Okay, recording in progress. All right, it looks like one of you is watching the ship today. Probably. We're gonna say that your spelljammer who's absent today, for the sake of ease, and I don't think it's gonna unbalance anything, to be clear. I will say Ed's gonna stay on the ship, just to make things nice and simple.
Cool.
Um, and if you wanted, you could bring Celine Starshade in exchange, if you want.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
originally it was going to be her staying there, but if Ed's staying there, then may as well bring her.
got
We're
it.
retconning.
Yeah, pretty much.
Quick
But
little
I think
retcon.
it's easier that because frankly, the an NPC stat block is much easier to use. Um,
And we also have Hassan's master also technically keeping watch.
yeah, that's true. He's
Oh
keeping
no,
watch.
the ship is being stolen. Oh,
Yeah.
whoa.
Yeah, he probably they like come and invade the ship and he's just like sitting on the chair like eating like popcorn or something like who are you? I'm like I'm nobody. Don't worry about me. You just do your thing. Anyway, recap. So you have all undertaken a most daring and trying mission. It has been up to you to come to this prison and to find its treasures within. You made your way. Oh no! Sorry, I gotta log into. It's funny here. Log out. Hey, let me in. Sorry, I'm slightly scatterbrained. Just give me half a second. I'll look at my calendar and I'll be on the right track. Give me like 5 seconds. Ready? Five. You. There we go. Okay, here we are. Sorry about that. With Captain Tarnak in your ship, in your new damselfly that has been dubbed the Dawn's Return, you guys made your way to the fringes of realm space. There you came to a massive asteroid field where you put your lives in the hands of Ed Jord, and followed by a couple of ships, you guys, well, Ed, twist and turn and made his way here and there all around the asteroid field, getting smashed by large asteroids, getting smashed by even larger asteroids. It was a tough stint. But after a number of stunts, after a number of gambits, after defeating those who would follow you through the cloud, you guys reigned victorious. Upon coming through, you guys found this most strange prison, a prison of Kazanba, as it has been called. The captain you have brought with you is very excited. Captain Tarnak is excited to bring forth all of the rare artifacts and potential gold that's all stored up within. It'll be up to you to not only keep Captain Tarnak alive, but to spring the traps, deal with whatever dangers were within, load up all of the treasure onto your ship, and make your way back out of the asteroid field. With these goals in mind, you have departed your ship, and it is time to see what happens next. So, you stand on the docking bay. What do you do?
Captain, permission to go first.
Are you sure, Boxy? Do you not? I was thinking the person in the front should be one most equipped to deal with any traps and such.
Should we send a scout? I would like to send a scout that is quiet. Please.
Mr. Zalace,
Captain,
I believe you are most versed in Lagur domain.
I got you, Captain. Okay.
Dissent begins to sow in the ranks. All right, Apox, you're there. I don't know why I didn't put you there. Okay, with Zalace in the front, well, it seems that you guys are going to stay back. Kind of gives Zalace the thumbs up as he creeps forward. Zalace, what's the plan as you proceed onward?
Alright, so if you give me, say, like, I don't know, 20 feet, 25 feet, and then you can all file in behind. So I'll get to the door. It's open, I assume.
Yep, the door is open. You're going to see, as you come here, you guys have been on an illithid ship before, and much the same. It's almost like this building is organic, a living thing unto itself. But the gate has been sort of ripped apart. Something very mighty came through here and tore through this front gate. And within, you will begin to see the interior. Skulls, bones lay about, chains wrapped around columns, cages, doors barred open. It is quite an abomination in there. It is quite the horror show of a prison within. You see long dead corpses laying strewn about here and there, tangled in a wrath of chains. And you are looking into what is apparently an illicit prison. What do you do?
So, slowly make my way over the threshold of the door and just have a check of the floor in front as I'm going. So, can we assume that while I am moving and up front, I am always checking for traps?
All right. Why don't we have an investigation check then?
So that is an 8.
An 8. You look at the immediate area around you. You don't see any active traps.
Okay, so I'll make my way to the left. I'm gonna ignore bodies on the way past. So if someone behind me wants to do that, then they can. And I will just slowly make my way forward, taking in everything that I can see as I do so.
Understood, understood. Yep, you see this massive wrath of chains. You don't know if it was a trap at one point or if it was some odd torture contraption. You are aware of how it works, but it is tangled with bones and perhaps at one point corpses themselves. You continue onward over to here, the ground almost writhing beneath your feet. You see a rather large chamber off to the right with a corpse laid upon some, you don't know what it is, a bed, a couch, an altar. But the door is swung open, but there are many strange chambers within, and many boxes and such. There's much to see, and it's all very alien. You're not sure what all of their uses are. So what would you like to do? You want to proceed? Yeah, go ahead.
I'll turn around and see whoever's at the door and just beckon them slowly forward to where I am, and Captain, are we checking room for room, floor for floor as we go?
Of course. Sweep each room and then move on once we're clear.
Okay.
All right, why don't we get them really quick? Sorry, Zelace. Why don't we get the marching order rest of the party that is following behind Zelace? So who would be the immediate next character?
If no one else decides, I think Epoxy would.
Okay, Epoxy, do you want to go next, Captain?
Just for the sake of, I think for combats, I'll have the San go after Epoxy if you want to. Yeah, I can see the hand.
Yeah.
Then me.
Then you, all crouched, notably, all crouched
Yeah.
minis. Yep, you super sleuths. All right, who next?
Chapman's muted.
Yeah, I guess I could be next.
Next, okay. At that point, it's up to you guys which NPCs you want to go where. Because it's all just a shit ton of NPCs. Does the Wandering Zoo want to go after Chaplin?
Yeah, I think they would.
Yeah, keep them with me.
All right. The dogs and the fucking lion will stay with Chaplin.
The next captain and Selena, and then
Jordan at the back.
Jordan at the back.
Yeah. Yeah.
It makes sense because he can be the muscle from behind if need be.
Yeah.
I'll have Ethelred
that was-
stay near Tarnak as well, just to provide him with a little extra protection, just in case.
Got it. We'll say that there's a little bodyguard situation happening at the very back here. Absolutely. Okay. So you all begin to file in to that main entry that is definitely not trapped.
No,
I don't like the way you said that.
no.
That's always the best part when you're DMing and someone rolls low for traps. You're like, well, looks
Definitely.
clear to you.
It's DMing has turned me into a bit of a sadist. I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, let's not analyze that in any way. Okay, so Zalace, you've come in, you sort of beckon them in. They enter into the entryway. You all see the similar. You don't even know if it looks broken because it's so alien to all of you. None of you
Sorry,
can really
one sec.
interpret. Oh, okay. None of you can really interpret. If the place looks particularly broken or not. It's just so beyond your. The architecture is so beyond you. There is the open door to some kind of chamber, maybe cage to the right. Between these massive chains, there's some kind of maybe an office of some kind. And then beyond seems to be more contraptions and weird things in a staircase.
Mhm.
We'll say Zalace has gotten to here and thinks everything.
Mhm.
Oh, you're back. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry. Yeah, I was just.
No
letting
worries.
you
No worries.
speak.
So, what would you like to do?
I'll go to the door of the crypt and just check the floor in between and the walls.
All right, make me a investigation check to see if the room is trapped.
16.
16. You look around. Let's see here. Do you see anything? No, nothing in here. You're looking around, and I will say, as alien as the floor is, this place gives you a little bit of a sense of a jailbreak, Zalace. The doors torn, prison doors thrown open. You'd also see some traps here and there expended, like you think those chains might have been a trap at one point, some kind of weird trap. The main floor out here, there are like some large tentacles like laying on the ground. Maybe those were part of a trap. You have the sense that this place has been sprung already. Whatever happened here was dramatic and happened long ago. So in this room, you think that person on the table didn't get away with his life, but the inside of this chamber probably is trap free.
Okay. So, Captain, do you want me to search the rooms? This one doesn't look trapped. By the looks of it, I think a few may have already gone off, and I'll explain everything that you just have to the party as we're going. Do you want me to carry on forward or check the rooms as I go?
Just check the rooms as you go.
Okay. So I'll move in and see if there's anything in the room.
Got it. Oh, yeah, in this room? Yeah, you move
Yeah.
in, you look around. And I'll carry over your investigation. Like, you're looking for traps, but, you already inspected the area. You don't see anything of, like, material wealth in here, per se. There's a number of desks. But with your investigation, it's sort of not quite Sherlock Holmes, but close enough. You sort of deduced that this was some kind of torture chamber, perhaps. You look at the individual on the table, and there's a number of sharp implements going through the skeleton, a couple of tentacles like laced through their rib cage. Whoever that was, they did not come to a swift or painless end. So you don't expect there's any material wealth in the room itself. And any traps are probably sprung. With that said, as you come over to here, and you've already investigated the room, I'll carry that over. You haven't inspected over here thoroughly, not for traps, but just for what's going on over here. It looks like some kind of desk area, maybe a foyer. You don't know whose desk this was, but it looks like someone of importance sat here and did something. There's also a bag of coins on the table.
I'll put that in my pocket.
Whoop. In your pocket it goes. And as a reminder to the crew that the loot is meant to be all taken together, and well, anyway, this is what Tarnak wanted. All the loot was to be, boxed up together, and then divvied out, maybe on the ship, maybe back at the Rock of Brawl. But that was the intention. So anyway, in this moment, Zalace, you will be the proud owner of a bag of 15 gold pieces.
So I meant to do this first off. I'm gonna some free sonic whispers for the day.
Yep.
I'm gonna put that up, and that will last for 3 hours.
3 hours. Who are you pinging with it?
So Captain Bisson, and I'm gonna go with Chaplain, just so that if I need the dogs or anything swiftly.
I think I said at the end of last session originally to stay in contact with Celine in case of late arrivals.
Oh, right, yeah, sorry.
But Ed's staying at the ship, so just so we get warning, because I know there's 2 ships coming or attempting to follow at least.
All right. So we got Zalace, we got Ed, we got Captain. Was there anyone else in there?
And then you do up to 3, so it's another one.
So that would be all of them, yeah. Okay. Do you want to move on from here, or do you want to thoroughly or further investigate? Keep in mind, your people behind you can look at stuff if you want to. Yeah.
I thought that was 3 plus myself now.
Oh, 3 plus yourself? Okay. Yeah, you've got it in front of you, so yeah.
Yeah. Right, just choose up to 3 characters you can see. So I'm assuming that's 3 people. So yeah,
Sounds right,
Ed, Captain, and yeah, we'll go with Chaplain still.
Okay, got it. All right, it was to proceed onward.
Yeah.
Are those papers on the table actually there?
Yes, they are. You can go take a look if you wish.
I would.
All right, fantastic. So Zalace continues onward, and we'll come back to you in a second here, Zalace, because there's some weird contraptions over here that I'm very excited for you to investigate. But everybody else begins to file in a little bit more thoroughly. We'll say that the sneaky 3, based on their minis, will find their way over to this office here, and the rest of you all begin to file in. Chaplain and the help, and of course the client. You guys all file in, none too stealthily, but in force, which is possibly more important. Okay, make me a little investigation check to look through the pages.
$15.
15. You look through the pages, and it is a list of names. It is a thorough list of names. That much you can tell because it's columned, but it is written in deep speech. Do you understand deep speech, Captain Boylan?
Let's do a quick look. It's gonna be a no.
It's gonna be a no. Okay. It's written in deep speech, but it's some kind of list, and you expect that there are probably names on the paper. But other than that, you're not sure what it is.
I sort of look around at the group. Anyone know what language this is?
Isan will step forward.
All right.
She doesn't speak deep speech, but could she make a roll to identify it as deep speech? Do you think she would have seen it written?
Yeah, make me a history check. And I'll give you advantage because your people's ancient enemy spoke this primarily.
I believe this is going to be a 17.
Yeah.
17.
17? Yes, you identify this as the language of deep speech, a very, very rare language, not often unheard of in the astral sea, used by aberrant entities such as the Illithid.
I will convey this to the captain. I don't speak it, but I have seen its scrawlings.
And I guess I can safely assume no one in our crew is capable of reading it.
Oh,
Oh. Maybe.
Weird, but true.
Let me
Saint
see.
says,
Let me
nope, sorry.
remember where that came from. I don't think I ever prepared. Yeah, no, I'm prepared. Well, I mean, I can't read it right now, but if we bring a rope with us, I can take a look at it later.
Very well, and I give the list, the deep speech list to Chaplain.
All right, add that to your inventory, Chaplain.
Right.
As you guys are standing there at like Apox, you're looking around, and one of Chaplin's dogs is just standing there looking at you, just kind of.
Hi, little guy. I pet it.
You pet him, and his tail wags. But you look into his eyes, and you expect there may be one, maybe two brain cells in there. It's just a happy pup.
Oh, you little creature. Not a thought behind those eyes. Wait, come back! Oh, I thought he was. Oh, I thought he was running off.
No, he's just staring at you. He like starts licking you. He starts like licking your shin or something.
I lick him back. I'm kidding.
Oh fuck, that's not what I.
No.
A metal tongue just.
It's not even slimy. It's just.
Yeah, it's just completely metallic. There's nothing slimy about it. I think Celine and Jordan are both like fully perturbed by that immediate reaction.
Oh god.
Oh man, that was wild. I'm annoyed. Anyway, let's go back to Zalace for a second. Okay, Zalace, you see these weird chairs with a number of chains coming off of them. I want you to make me an investigation check to see if you can figure out what they are.
Yes, 21.
21. Okay, you're pretty certain you know what these are. These are, they're restraints, but very specific restraints. You get the sense that these are meant to hold humanoids in place for feeding purposes for the mind flayers, so that they can eat their brains without resistance.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
I'll assume, or can we assume that anything I find, I'm mentally sending back towards the captain so that he knows, well,
Sounds good.
so that everything's
Cool.
saves me repeating everything again.
Understood.
Do I have any idea? Do I have any idea how large this place is from like the front to the back of the building, or like how high are the ceilings in each room?
Yeah. You get the sense this is probably about 4 stories, probably a 4-story building, based on how high the ceiling is if it remains consistent.
How high are they in this room?
Let's find out. You're just trying to get me to reveal my tricks, aren't you? Let's see. Ceilings are.
I actually am trying to get you to review your tricks. That's exactly what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, I guess so. 30 feet high.
Ah, that's not good. Okay.
So. Yeah, it's about
And like from the front to the back, like from the door we walked into, I guess where's the laces now? How far is that about?
about 55 feet-ish.
Okay. All right, thank you. Testing out spell radii.
Fair enough. Um,
Just to be on the safe side, I'm not expecting to hit anything with this, but
well, really quick, before we proceed onward, hit by Chaplain, as Zalace, you are looking at these weird things. There's going to be you're gonna feel something hit the top of your head, something small. It's a like it just kind of hits the top of your head and sort of scatters to the ground in front of you, and there's this like little glowing seed. It's like a glow. That's it. It's like a glowing white seed, barely luminescent, but it's there. And you kind of like see it, and another one hits your head, just like bounces off of it like an acorn falling out of a tree.
I don't want to look up, but I'm going.
You do one of those.
Yeah.
One of those actions. You look up and you notice that the ceiling is covered in these very strange, you don't know what to call them, plants. They have three long, almost carapace-like tendrils that come off on either side that are attached to the roof, and then a long portion sort of like drops off of them and comes to another shell, and you see it sort of like bend backwards, and there's like this weird face in the sinew and cartilage that attaches it to the rest, and then all the other ones begin to move and sort of writhe and change. And I'm going to need everyone to roll initiative.
oh, fuck.
What is this? What is this?
Your worst nightmare.
That is not good.
That was
Yeah, sorry,
terrible,
Zalace. I
Sorry.
think I tipped my hand there on the. I hit the button a couple times by accident, and maybe tipped my hand. So I was gonna kick it off anyway. But you got trouble now, folks.
I should use
What
that.
are those?
What are those? Oh shit! I can't believe we just said that. That was disgusting. Sorry. I apologize, everybody.
Such a
You want to
throwback.
see a picture? You want to see a picture of some of them?
Yes,
Yeah,
please.
sure.
Sure.
Okay.
I have a.
Go ahead.
No, I insist.
I would just say I don't like the minis already.
Yeah,
Those make
they're
me
very
uncomfortable.
They're very. You think they make you uncomfortable? They barely describe what I was
Oh,
trying
no.
to put
No.
down.
I have like some kind of plant tendril
Well, I wouldn't want you all
monster
to feel
thing.
uncomfortable. Maybe I'll take them away.
Oh,
All
no,
right.
it's
There are
awesome.
two varieties up on that ceiling, and this is what they look like.
Oh, goodness.
Oh boy. All right, initiative. Let's do this. All right. I got that. Holy shit! I got a lot of initiatives to roll. Bear with me.
That's
Oh no.
oh wait, hold on, but a lot of that's ours.
Yeah, a lot of them are
That's us, you
yours. A lot
guys.
of them are yours. Fret not. Fret not.
Oh no, stop! Definitely fret. He's bringing in more aberrant bullshit.
Well, they're not a bear, as far as you know, aberrant.
Basad,
Yeah.
are these psychic as well?
We don't know. He's just saying tentacles and nightmares, and I'm making assumptions at this point.
Whenever there's a tentacle, it's safe to assume it could be.
I hope it
If-
doesn't do
if-
bludgeoning damage. Or sorry,
Psychic damage.
thunder? No. What am I thinking?
Psionic.
Electric, It was the electric damage, I think.
No elemental. Just nothing elemental.
She just, you only want physical damage because you're a barbarian, right?
Yes.
Welcome to Wild Space. It's barely
Uh,
used. We'll see.
I'll take poison. I'll take poison.
I'll take poison. Yeah. Okay, let's get some initiative going. Do I have a 20 plus? Anyone with a 20 plus? Slice.
23.
Whoa.
3. Oh, dude, that's Slice. Very good. How about a 20 to 15?
15.
Okay, I got a couple things to do. All right, Celine. Captain Tarnak. John Axebeard. How about 15 to 10? Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was pretty bad on my roll.
I had an advantage as well, and I still got
It happens, man. 10 to 5.
9.
Lucky number
9.
7. Oh, am I last?
I got a 9 and a 9 from Chaplain and Barsh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Barsh
Okay,
is
who
first.
was Barsh first? Cool. And Apoxy, what'd you get?
Lucky number 7.
Lucky number 7. All right. What is your sorry, my brain's not working.
Armor class?
What'd you get one more time, Chaplain?
9.
Varsh?
9.
Right. And Basan?
15.
Okay, cool. I mixed them up a little bit. Apoxy, what is your dex score?
Oh, +1. Oh, sorry. Score? It's 12.
12. Roll d20. Flat d20.
Roll off. Oh, that was okay. I got an 8 on the die.
All right, they get to go first.
Darn it.
It's funny. Whenever I need to compare dexes, 90% of the time it's the same dex between the creature and the PC. It's weird. All right, so you see all of these creatures begin to. Oh God, I moved everybody by accident. Begin to writhe and move about. They were sort of attached to the ceiling, various ones. There are these overhangs where they're like sort of almost like a tentacle, like lower hanging roof that they begin to emerge from the top of. They are coming, these whatever there are. Celine Starshade says, "Oh, these are Artuk. I've been working on my Artuk." And they still keep coming to attack. Zalace, what do you do?
Okay, so I am going to.
The one directly above you has like the beige and purple tentacles with like a long string coming out of its mouth in the images.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's large, it's about the size of a horse.
Where these chains are to my left, not on the wall, but
These ones?
You're going, yeah, a bit more. So there's an entrance to, so there, basically. Is there anywhere for me to find cover under there or around there? I suppose only under the stairs, isn't it?
Yeah, if you wanted to duck into that little office area and try and find cover behind these, like the desk there, you could try that.
Yeah, I'll try that and then I'll roll for.
Yeah, absolutely. You run and get behind the desk, no problem.
Yeah, okay, so I'll attack with my crossbow.
All right. Who are you hitting? This guy, the guy who's directly above you?
Yeah.
Cool, go for it.
So that's a 18, sorry.
An 18 will hit. Roll me some damage. No
Is that a
sneak
sneak
attack.
attack?
Nope.
As I'm hiding?
Oh, are you hiding? Roll me a
Yeah,
stealth
that-
check. Yep. Sorry, I missed that.
Yeah, sorry.
No worries.
With stealth is 21. Oh, I've got a damage on that as well. Okay, never mind. 21.
You certainly escape sight. You would have advantage on your attack, and you may indeed roll a sneak attack. So you can crit fish if you want, if you didn't already roll it.
No, I did, but it was worse. So
Okay. Celine's in the corner
that's
going
14 in total.
14 total. Very good. You shoot it, and it finds its way under some of its plating, and yeah, you deal some decent damage to it, but it is still quite alive.
Yeah, okay, that's me.
Okay, that'll bring us to Jordan Axebeard. He is. Ooh, I'm sorry. From the back, he is probably going to just start using his leadership feature. He's gonna say, "All right, I think I don't need to tell you. Aim for the fleshy bits. Let's get this to work." And he is going to use his leadership ability as a reminder. Anyone who is within 30 feet of him is going to gain a bonus D4 to attack rolls and saving throws.
Who could that ever be?
Boom. Shakalaka.
Am I in
Yep,
there?
you're in there. But yeah, anyone within that orb is going to gain the benefits of it. All right, that is going to bring us to Celine Starshade. All right. I think Celine's going to save her upper level slots for now. And she's going to try some other stuff. She goes, "Oh, it doesn't seem like they want to talk. Really too bad, because they're a very interesting species. I'll talk to you about it later." And she's going to jog over to this corner. And she's going to, she's just going to do a little fireball. A little fireball, I think. She's a pretty potent caster. This lady. Gotta have a cool. See if we can't clean up this nest. Okay. Little bead of red light finds its way over to the side. And, ooh, you know what? We're treasure hunting here. I don't think she would want to risk destroying treasure or more of it. So I'm going to actually take that back. Instead, she's going to cast Stinking Cloud, which is far less destructive, but has a similar effect. Instead, it's going to be very stinky in that corner. Yeah, I don't think she wants to. Ooh, and she doesn't want to hurt her friends. Or her crew, anyway.
I can take it.
Oh, you can't.
Oh, never mind.
I'm really dangerous. Yeah, since they'll say con saving throw. Okay, she's gonna send that a little lower so it doesn't go to the upper floor and possibly kill something we don't want killed. Now we'll have to. It's fine. It's fine. It's so fine. Okay, let's see. That's 1, 2. Oh my. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Need to make con saves. Failure. Against her DC. Success. Failure. And lastly, success. Okay, so that's going to be Sticky cloud. Sorry, I haven't really used the spell much before. Let's see. Spreads around corners. Each creature is complete within the cloud. Start of its turn, but whatever. I'll save. Poison. Doesn't breathers mean poison. Okay. Fail save the creature. Breather. Okay. Very cool. All right, we will deal with that momentarily. All right, that's going to be her turn. Bringing us to Captain Tarnak, Pirate Captain Supreme. He's going to go, okay, and he's going to produce a hand crossbow and pull out his longsword. And he is going to run, hopefully a little out of the way. And I think he's just going to shoot at the first one he can see. Shoot a little crossbow stuff. That's a natural 20 for the cap. It's going to be a big old 4 plus 6 is 10 damage. The enemy. And that's going to end his turn. That'll bring us to Basan. What would you like to do, Basan?
Is there?
Oh, there you are. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
No, you're good.
Is there any cover at all?
There's the pillars. You could run into the this like little prison cell over here.
I don't need that much cover, but until these things come down, yeah, let me run behind a pillar. Is there a pillar that I could run behind that keeps me out of the stinking cloud, obviously?
The one directly behind you.
All right, let's go ahead and do that.
All right, you want to run back around like so, like this?
Doesn't that... I have a hard time understanding like perspective and such. So right now there's one directly on top of me. And there's one to my, like, that's like kind of like towards 1 on a clock from me. Is that
1 o'clock from you? So
like I'm trying, like I'm trying to, these things are over my head, and I'm trying to figure out like spatially where they are in relation to me.
Understood. So if you pick one, I can tell you where it is.
All right, there's one that seems like it's kind of on top of the lion, sort of.
This guy right here?
Yes.
Got it. So yeah, that one's stuck to like the corner roof up there, and it is hanging to about a 25-foot off of the ceiling in that corner.
And there's one that's kind of on top of
on top of the pillar. This guy?
Yeah, guy, right.
Yeah.
Is there a position I can go to that gives me cover from both of them? And
not without entering this. Other than entering the stinking cloud, you'd have to run it into the cell.
Okay, and then which target had the captain just hit?
This guy right here.
That guy right there. All right. Fuck it until it comes down. I'm going to, what I'd like to do is duck into the cell and shoot. I've got a longbow, shoot twice as I run into the cell, and my action, my 2 strikes per round.
Go for it.
All right, so.
Swing around the door at the end of your movement, and you get 2 shots off of that big guy.
Yeah, all right, so this first one was a 19 on the dice plus 8, so that's 27.
Hit.
For 11 points.
Okay.
And then another, holy shit, nat 20.
Hey. 11 points and a nat 20.
Yeah. So the nat 20 is 1d8 is 8 plus 5 is 13 plus 13.
Oh, it's 26?
Yep.
Very good. Two decisive shots. One of those actually hits that like little bit of like purplish sinew that holds the cap to it, and just rips through it, and it sort of writhes painfully at that, and begins to drip this green, purplish, bloody ichor from its interiors. And as you swing around inside of the cell, you'll notice that there's one stuck to the roof on the inside here, and it kind of looks down at you and gives you the.
So that was my action. I don't have a bonus action, but I would like to I don't want to step all the way in there. I'll just stand. I'll stand by the Celine. I'll say I don't want to leave her in front like that.
Okay.
That makes sense. So I can't leave her vulnerable. I'll stay there.
Sure. Okay.
But I'll tell everybody what I saw, please.
Understood. Got it. Well, I'm gonna say that you didn't see it because you didn't go in the room.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Never mind.
No problem. All right, here comes some fun. It's time for the Artuk Star Horrors. This one in the Stinking Cloud is just going to be kind of like, it pulls itself like in almost defensively, and like its head sort of like seals itself with the rest of its armor and just begins to sort of like seize and convulse in the Stinking Cloud. So these two guys are going to be considered unable to take their turns. Oh, I sent those pictures to AC. I meant to send them to you guys. I apologize. Here, you want to see what they look like?
Yeah.
Why doesn't anybody tell me when I forget to do things?
Oh,
I assumed I
what?
was doing it wrong.
Ew.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was enough
way worse
reaction from
than
you
what
guys.
I
I was like, what's
thought.
going on?
Ew.
They're like starfish, but horror.
Yeah.
They remind me of that thing in the second Suicide Squad film.
Oh, the freaking alien.
Oh yeah, the weird starfishy things. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, those are them. Those are them nasties that you're fighting right there. So the turn belongs to like the purplish beige brown one, rather than the other one. Okay, so these two. This one is a little busy reeling, but this one is not. Is going to move out of the Stinking Cloud. What are we gonna make them do? What are we gonna make them do?
How many of each of these do we have?
You can see, as far as you can see, Chaplain, from your perspective. Where are you? Right there. You can see 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. Those are the big guys.
And which kinds? What colors are they?
These guys are the purplish brown ones.
The purple ones. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. What are they gonna do? Okay. This one was directly atop of you, Basan, that you just shot full of arrows. That little tiny piece of sinew that holds its head to its body that you cut, a long string of like slimy green is going to come out of its mouth and dangle down from the ceiling, and is going to try and sort of lash itself around you. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
That is an 18 plus something reasonable.
Man, it would have been way creepier if you failed, but it's fine.
I'm sorry.
it's sorry, you're rolling good. It's all good. It's all good.
Stop ruining the narrative.
You're ruining the narrative.
Good dice. I've got good decks.
It's all good. It's all good. We all want good dice. So as it misses, it's instead going to reel that back into its mouth, and then instead it's going to spit some of those like these like greenish glowing pellets, and they're gonna shoot a number of them at you. The first one's a nat 20. And the second one is going to be an 8.
On the nat 20, I would like to use my reaction if I can to put forth a protective field. Which would use one of my psionic energy dice to reduce the damage by 1d8 plus 1.
Absolutely. So we'll say as it's coming down, you're training with your Laka for all of his laissez-faire teaching strategies. Seems to help you in this moment, quite reactive. We'll say that like on the ship, your Laka's just been like doing this teleport thing around you. It's just been like, hello, and you're like, ah, fuck, like whenever he shows up. And you realize in a very wash on, wash off kind of way that he isn't doing it just to be annoying. And in this moment, you've learned to be a little more reactive with your psionics. And this barrier forms in front of you. And half of the pellets scatter, but most of them do penetrate through the actual barrier, but are slowed in their approach. So some miss entirely, some are slowed by your protective barrier. You are going to take you're going to take 21 points of radiant damage reduced by
4.
So you're going to take 17 points of radiant damage. And you have a little, cool. He actually is maybe not a half bad teacher in this moment. Okay, let's see. What next? Oh, yeah, baby. So Lacey ran away. Would have been cooler if he didn't. This guy's going to sort of take its star-like tentacles and start moving across the ceiling. Hey, good to see you there, Ed Jord. Why don't you go ahead and roll me an initiative, friend? But it's going to start climbing across the ceiling. I'm going to move as far as it can, which is to here as it crawls along the ceiling. Let's get you, Chaplain. Similarly, its tongue swings down from the ceiling to try and wrap around you. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Oh, look at that. Natural 18 for an 18.
Stop ruining the narrative, damn it. No, the tail swings down, and in a moment of surprising reactiveness from the cleric, your shield comes up and it sort of wraps around your shield, but not intensely enough to actually pull you or drag you or anything to you, and you sort of like bump it away, no damage done. It's then going to shoot its radiant pellets at you.
Who shoots radiant pellets?
This guy does. 11, it's going to probably bounce off your shield.
Yeah, 11 is a miss.
And the next one I think is going to go for... Zalace, who shot him. Makes sense.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yep, Zalace, that's going to be a modified 20.
Yeah, that is.
I would give you half cover because you're behind the desk. What's your AC?
14.
Okay, it still hits, unfortunately. But you're only going to take 4 radiant damage.
Okay, I can cover that.
All right. Them's the Artuk Star Horrors, bringing us to Varsh Voidlight. Mr. Voidlight.
Alrighty. Let's see. What's above me right now? What terrible planet monstrosity is above me?
The Star Horror that's like puking out little like purplish glowing star pellets at everybody.
Sweet. I'm gonna use the present that Captain Lunabo, rest in peace, gave to me, and I'm going to use the circlet of blasting.
Hey, you turn around, the rubies on your head glow, and bolts of flame rocket across the battlefield. Go ahead and roll me some attacks.
Alrighty, let's see how we do. I'll use all 3 bullets on it. So that's a 12.
A 12. A 12, unfortunately, is not going to hit.
Okay, second one, that's a miss. Third one, please. Okay, a 19, the final one.
A 19 will hit, absolutely.
Okay. Is it okay if I forgot to do this? Should I do this before? Can I say that I use my Oh, that's weapon attacks, isn't it? 1 second. I'm not really with it today.
It's all good.
Plain warrior. Okay, so it doesn't matter. Okay. In that case, 11 points of fire damage.
All right, one of them misses and hits the ceiling. One of them hits the strong outer shell of the Artuk, and the other one actually does manage to hit that fleshy bit right in the center of the star for 11, you said?
Yep.
I get a little ahead of myself in the descriptions. 11 fire damage, and it reels in pain from that as you char its purple, fleshy interior.
I'll use my bonus action instead to cast Veil of Dusk on myself.
What's that do?
Increases my AC by 1 and gives me advantage on stealth checks, but I don't really care about the stealth right now. I just want the AC.
Got it. This like ever so slightly tinted purple mist will move itself up and around Captain Voidlight, and he'll just be emanated in almost like the black mist of a moonlit dusk. Okay, Kaidibla. That is going to. Or is there anything else you'd like to do? Would you like to use your movement?
As far as movement goes, I kind of want to stay where I
Captain,
am.
you can only cast one spell a turn, even through a magic item.
Really?
Yeah.
That's lame.
Yeah.
I read that in the new book you're allowed to cast as many as you want.
Well, the new book ruins Ranger, so.
In that case, never mind. I guess I don't cast that. As far as movement goes,
A lot of circles. Sorry.
there's a pillar next to me, right?
Yeah.
Can I start climbing that?
Yeah. You run over there. It's easy enough to climb. So 10 feet, and then another 10 is going to get you to there.
And okay, that's 10
Well,
feet. How high is
climbing is half movement, right?
Yeah.
Or do you have a climb speed?
climb speed? I don't think I do.
Okay, so yeah, it's half speed to climb. So that
Yeah,
would
that's
be your full
fine.
30. Cool.
That's fine.
Cool.
How-
Give me a little athletics check. See how well you climb.
Alrighty.
Not hard.
13.
Yeah, you're fine. No problem.
Okay. Etherith, I believe, is next.
Yes, Etherith. What does Etherith do?
Which is the most hurt plant? Or looks the most hurt?
This one over here that got fucking oozied by the song.
Cool. We'll follow up on that for Etherith. Pull up their stats. So we'll fly over there.
Flies
Great.
over into a nice melee, as I assume that's what you want.
Yeah, let me just see. Which is more damaging? No, I'm gonna breathe on that. We're gonna freeze it.
All right, let's do that. So we'll keep it back a little bit, keep it out of melee. Go for it. Give me that.
So there's a dex save, not dex save, con save for the plant.
All right, con save. Let's see how it goes. It is going to be a hot 9.
That is a fail. That is 14 points of cold damage.
14 points of cold damage, and it reels in pain from that and is going to fall from the ceiling to the ground and sort of like rigor mortis onto itself as it is killed.
Wonderful. Oh, and my
Just barely misses Celine. She's like, holy shit, that was really close. And that'll be your turn. Fantastic. Hey, Ed Jord, what did you get? What did you roll on your initiative, friend?
I got a 9.
A 9?
That's where we are.
That's where we are.
Triple threat 9s.
All right, we'll toss you right. Well, do you want to go before or after Chapman?
Put him in front of me. That's fine.
Yeah, I'll let Chapman decide.
Got it. So, Ed, you were told to stay with the ship, but you hear these really weird chittering sounds. You see a lot of light flashing in the door. Some sort of like ews and ahs from in the doorway. And the hero in you, Ed, tells you need to help out, and you run on in. So, what does Ed say as he enters the battle? What's his so like? You know, the battle's not going well. The door kicks down. Ed George standing there like Captain Pork. What do you say? What's your catchphrase here?
Oh shit! I don't know. It's time to burn some things, and Ed's gonna take it. He's gonna do now. I feel like Ed would know this. He's a smart guy, so I don't know if it's asking too much. But Ryan, can you show me what a 15-foot cone looks like literally?
Yeah.
Oh
Not
shit!
much.
Okay.
Thereabouts. I'm a little off by a couple feet. 30-foot cone. 30, you said?
15.
15.
It's a 30-foot ceiling.
Okay, dokie. Cool. So Ed walks in and like it looks when he's doing his cool like hero walk in, Otto like bounces off and like transformers into a flamethrower version. I wanna get the most out of my kit and also fucking alien flowers. I feel like that screams fire, baby.
All right. Where's he planting himself?
He's gonna go in there, try and get the closest one's attention, and he being Otto, it's gonna go near close one, aim away from any party members, and he's gonna flamethrower.
All right. So specifically, where? So I'm just looking for like feet and stuff. So how far away can you summon him?
Okay. I also need a roll first for my firebolt. Just to keep that in mind too. So do you want to do that first? Then I do.
Oh yeah. Do your firebolt first. Who are you shooting at?
First one I see. So as soon as I walk in,
you don't have a really good shot on any one immediate. Yeah, you shoot this guy way over here.
Okay, so yeah, give me that guy, and I'm gonna do. Okay, let's see what we get. 12 plus 7, 19.
19 will hit. Roll me some damage.
Okay, and since it's my arcane firearm, I finally get to use that too. So that adds another D8 plus 2D10. Okay, cool. Alrighty.
I like Ed George's whole vibe. I love that he looks like a Ratchet and Clank
Thanks, man.
character. It's incredible.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Like just threw all my dice. Okay, here we go. So this will be the damage.
Yeah, and to be clear, when Ed fires it, it's not like a ball of flame. It's definitely like a red laser.
It is 8 plus 1 plus 9, 17 plus 18 damage.
18 damage. Holy moly, that's a damn good firebolt spell for level 5. Sure enough, a harsh beam of flame into this one creature. Well done. All right, incredible.
And now Otto will be able to move.
So hang on.
Oh, sorry.
Where are you summoning Otto? Because you bring him onto the field first. So where's he starting?
Yeah. Like right in front of me. He starts right there. So just put me right in front of him. And he can bonus action. He can climb up to and walk up to 15 feet.
Got it. So where's he going? You want to just send him right forward?
Towards the closest one he sees.
Okay, so we'll put him there. He's a little out of range of anything, unfortunately.
Okay. So if he can't, because his
he can hold an action on it probably because it's a bonus action to command him, but he has his own block. So I would say he's able to hold the action probably.
Okay, cool. So he'll hold an action to flame the nearest one if it comes to him, and yeah, that's my turn.
Okay,
Hopefully
so
anything away from the party members. But...
Got it. So Otto transforms and pretty much turns into like BD1 from Star Wars, and like starts like rolling along. You guys are like, "Oh, so cute!" And then the thing sticks out, and like exactly like BD1, where he like does the thumbs up, little, or like a tiny little lighter goes on. All of you are looking at him like, "What?" Like you don't know what's about to. Only Ed really knows what's about to happen, but basically just like lights this like little like flame lighter. And you're like, okay. And maybe we'll see what happens next.
We'll see what happens next, hopefully.
Oh, maybe not.
And that's my turn.
Incredible. Chaplain Fool's Gold. What are you going to do, sir?
Yeah, we've got one down and like 3-ish further into the room from me, right?
That's right.
All right. I'm going to take my animals and move them all forward, kind of centered on that one that's closest to us that's still hanging up there.
This guy right here?
Kind of centered underneath that, yeah. Move my animals there.
Just chilling under there.
And ask them to like bark and roar and like create a. I'm going to try to make like a big distracting mob here.
Got it. Yeah,
So
they do. The lion. It's the end of Lion King down there. The dogs are jumping and barking.
And then I will go, I guess, to the lion's left. Oh, yep.
Sorry, let's just move it. Like here?
Other side?
Over here?
Yep.
All right. You got 5 feet left because it's half speed to move through his space. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 right there.
Oh, I kind of hope I crawl underneath him. That sounds fun.
Yeah, absolutely. You just crawl under his belly.
Under his lion belly. And then I'm going to go ahead and cast Mirror Image.
Ooh. And your little forehead crystal glows, and like a holographic projection of 3 more of you appear. And maybe there's like a sigh as there are more chaplains in the world, and that's stressful.
The universe sighs.
Yeah, the universe goes, oh no. Kind of groans. Is there anything else?
No, the idea is that I wanna create like a big group of targets down here underneath where these things, hopefully we look appealing enough to attack.
Understood.
And I'm done.
Make me an intimidation check for your 3 creatures.
Oh, okay.
To draw in the ire of your enemies.
One roll.
They can all roll individually.
Okay. Oh, okay. So the 2 mastiffs got 10 and 11.
All right.
But the lion got 17.
A 17. Yeah, and that's quite fitting. The dogs are kind of barking, making a nuisance of themselves, but the lion is like an apex predator, king of the jungle. It's like this bone-rattling roar, and it's definitely drawn attention. Incredible, Chaplain. Well done. Okay. A new horror enters the battlefield. One that is larger than the rest of them and looks much more different than the rest of them as well. I'll send the picture. Except this one is larger than any of the others. This is like the size of like a large, brawny warhorse. Certainly larger than the lion. It is going to move across the ceiling like such to join his fellow right here. It's going to, from a side pocket that opens up, a similarly green tongue is going to lash down from the ceiling, and it's going to go for the lion. Make me a dexterity saving throw for the lion.
All right. Let me get out my lion dice. Oh, that was not good. 5.
5. In that moment, the lion's like roaring. It wraps around the lion's like head and lower torso and upper torso, and pulls him right up to the ceiling.
Okay.
And as it's pulled right up to the ceiling, it's going to sort of, as it's propelling it upward, it's going to go around the room, and then is going to, you're going to see these like little pseudopods, like these spine pseudopods are going to eject. So you see how it's spiked? Those spikes are basically going to eject into, and there's going to be fleshy pseudopods that connect to them, and it's going to start lancing just like a scorpion, like a million scorpion bites. It's going to just start lancing into the lion.
Don't let it do that to you.
The lion, while it's up there, sees in the clouds another lion face, and it goes, "Remember who you." Oh God! Oh no! As it's being like lanced horribly. That is going to be. It's going to be an 18 to hit.
Hits.
Incredible, and the last one to hit is going to be a 22 to hit.
Yeah, hits.
That is going to be a total of 24 piercing damage.
Ooh, okay. Lying down, I believe.
Oh yeah. So it lances into the lion. It goes limp, and then out of into like a little fuzzy ball, lands on the ground, and the creature blinks a couple times, a little like disconcerted, and kind of, and then kind of keeps going. Okay, that's the lion. Sorry, lion, but you did your job well. In the arms. Anyway, okay, that brings us to these the last ones who have not gone yet. Those sort of brownish reddish ones. Those are the smallest of the bunch. And at this point, Celine's going to drop her stinking cloud as she has hit everyone she needs to hit. So this guy's going to similarly retract unto himself and sort of cough and reel from the stinking cloud. And the rest of them are going to take their turns. This one's going to come down to say hi to you, Mr. Voidlight.
Oh boy.
In fact, it sort of looks over the edge. It's going to shoot its tongue down at you, try and wrap you up. Make a dex save.
22. No chance.
22. It goes by you, and you move by it, and it slings down, missing you entirely. So instead, it's just gonna.
Just you wait. I'm coming for you.
And then it crawls down to meet you, and it's going to lift its like branches up into the air, and they're going to be heavily spiked and spined, as you've seen in the picture. It's going to try and sort of lash you with them. Oh god. That's going to be a 16 to hit.
Nope.
No. It hits you in the back, and you're like, oh fuck, you can't get out of the way, but your armor protects you, and you're like, hell yeah. This is my favorite chop on the Citadel. And an 8 comes down, and it misses you entirely. Dodge it out of the way. All right, that's that one. I think I've got another one around here somewhere. So Basan, you're in the room. You're like, don't worry, lady, I'll protect you. And then this tongue shoots out at you from inside the room. Make me a dexterity saving throw.
That is a 17.
All right. Your reflexes are on point today. You realize that all the anxiety that your boss is giving you is actually working out pretty well in battle. Get out of the way. And then it's going to shoot its radiant pellets at you. Oh god, I lost the dice entirely. It's gone. I gotta get it with my toes. Come here. There, I got it. All right. And it misses. The first shots miss entirely, hitting the door frame. And then the last, and the other ones do as well. They all miss entirely. This guy's not a straight shooter, unfortunately. All right, that's the end of the weedlings. That brings us to Apoxy at the end of initiative. So patient. What do you do?
In that moment that Void Light was attacked, I go, "Watch out, Captain!" Go at it.
All right. How do you intend to do that? Because it's pretty high up in the air. It's like 15 feet in the air, we'll say.
Is there a pillar by it?
It is on a pillar currently.
And I make some kind of athletics check to do a little parkour, like run and jump onto the wall and like try to grab it.
Okay. Okay. Woo! So you want to try and like rip it off,
Before-
jump up, grab it, and rip it off the pillar? That's kind of your idea.
Before I start running up there, I do go into a rage.
Fantastic. Which rage are you picking?
Sorry?
Which kind of rage are you picking?
I think the bite is calling me today.
All right, your teeth sort of eject from your head and sort of like file out in front of your lip, and a second set retracts from behind, so you have sort of like a shark teeth thing going on. Okay, you want to jump up and try and grab it and rip it from the top. What
Yes.
is your strength modifier?
My modifier is +3.
+3? That means you can do a standard 5-foot jump without a check. And it is pretty high up in the air. So here's what we're gonna do. Make me the athletics check.
Okay.
You have advantage.
Yeah, okay. The D4 is only to attacks, right?
Attacks and saving throws.
Oh,
Basically bless. He's blessing you with his words.
I got a 19 + 6, 25.
25 is really good. You jump up into the air. I'll just double it
I
because we're
hang
feeling
by.
spicy today.
Oh shoot!
You jump up and you grab onto the wall. You're not going to be able to grab it in the air, but you grab on the wall. So you do a 10-foot jump just underneath, and then you start like up the fucking wall like a crazy person. And you get into melee range next to Captain Voidlight. Make me a athletics check to try and grapple.
And I do that with advantage. Oh, I will not take that nat 1 and take that flat 16 on the die +6, 22, I believe.
22. It rolled a flat modified 20. You succeed. Sorry. You grab onto one of the branches, despite its like the spines doesn't hurt you so much because you don't have skin. You just grab onto it, and you just kind of like let yourself fall off the pillar, and you just use your weight against it. And your weight is certainly superior to its spines, and you rip it from the wall, and it's going to fall to the ground.
Can I say, like, I barely couldn't reach it, so in a way of grappling, I just use my jaws to bring it down.
Yeah, we'll say that as you're going up there, you just like bite onto one of its branches, and it's like, what the fuck? And then you just like let yourself free fall because you're a heavy like warforge. It's an extreme amount of weight, and suddenly like 300 pounds of it tugs it off the wall, and it is going to hit the ground. And it was about 20 feet up. It's going to take 7 points of bludgeoning damage as it hits the ground.
I take this too?
Make me an athletics check. DC 10 to see if you do.
Oh, first roll was terrible. Okay, I made it. 13 + 6.
You're good. But the creature is going to be knocked prone, I think makes sense, because it just got ripped off the wall. It does not fall gracefully, and it's going to land prone on the ground.
Can I
underneath.
attack it?
You've already used your action to grapple it, but you do still have it currently grappled.
Okay. Yeah,
But
okay.
do you
I'll
have a
keep
second
it
attack?
grappled.
Do you have a second attack?
I do.
Then go for it.
With
So I forgot what level we're
pressure.
at.
Oh, never mind. I missed. I got it flat too.
You can attack recklessly. Get advantage.
Don't I announce that before, or?
Yeah, but I'm being nice. If you want. Only if you want.
Don't they get advantage since it's prone anyway?
Oh, yeah, that's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Good call, Chaplain.
Okay, I still miss. It's a 5 plus 6, 11.
So Apoxy does, and you guys all watch Apoxy do this incredible feat of athletics that very few actual flesh and bone
No one
individuals
attacks my captain!
could achieve. Apoxy charges forward and like her legs like in this moment like spring load and like piston shoot her up into the air. She grabs onto the wall and like animal climbs up, bites down onto it, free falls to the ground. You guys are like, whoa, that was an incredible feat of athletics. And you see Apoxy sitting on the ground with like the thing going like like trying to like get a good bite on it, but just can't. She's like,
Captain, I got a hold of it! Attack it!
That's gonna this is a little weird. That's gonna bring us to Zalace. You are well protected by your desk. What do you do?
So, to the question then, as I was attacked, I'm not hidden anymore then, no?
That's right, but you can re-roll if you want. If your bonus action. Try and stealth again.
Yes, I will.
All right, stealth check.
That's an 18.
18 does hit. Roll some damage. Oh, actually,
That's
wait.
the
Who are you
cell.
trying to hit specifically?
So, no, that was for me hiding.
Oh, for you hiding. Right. Yeah, you're hit. You're good.
Yeah? Right.
Yeah.
So the big guy, is that the one right in the middle? Yeah.
Yeah, the eyeball one. Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
big guy. He seems to be sort of the leader, the superior one. He certainly has a harder carapace than the rest.
Okay.
Bigger, meaner.
I'm gonna use Psychic Blade.
All right. Throw a psychic blade at him.
So that's a Dex one.
It has a friend face.
22 to hit.
22 will hit. You just wait for that perfect opening. They barely show themselves, but you find it and you shoot it.
So I forgot I had that as well. So that's 1d6. 3 plus 1, 3d6. Oh my god. 5. So 14 in total.
14 damage in total. You deal that damage. Good job, sir. Good job.
And then who's closest to me?
Who's closest to you? That would be Chaplain on the other side of the desk.
Can I move and hide behind him, please?
Sure, yeah, you run over here to 10 and you get as close to him as you can.
There's a bunch of chaplains there. You can like hide amongst us.
Yeah, hide amongst the chaplains. They're like, hey, how's it going, Zalace? Hi, how you doing? And you're like, oh, God.
Yeah, all good, boys.
All good, boys. Nice. Incredible. All right, Jordan says, you better be following my leadership. It's really important. And he is going to take out his heavy crossbow. He's going to run in daringly. daringly. And he is going to fire his heavy crossbow. Let's see who's getting it. Oh no. Sorry, I'm struggling to move this thing. Come on. Too zoomed in these days. There we are. He's gonna take his heavy crossbow. Why don't we shoot at... Yeah, that big guy right there. Oh! Hey! Fun fact. There is a one of these dudes sitting right next to Otto, Ed. Before we do anything else.
Burn, baby, burn.
Burn, baby, burn.
Okay, yeah. So Otto's aiming it upward. And it is, I believe, 2d8. And they have to do dex saves.
So we're gonna say Otto sort of like climbs up on it and goes, and then a spray of like clear liquid hits the flame, and a burning fucking inferno of flames just like emerges down on him. Everyone's like, "Oh, holy shit!" Go ahead. It needs to roll dex save.
Yeah.
It fails.
Okay. And here
4.
comes 2d8.
Go for it.
That is 2 4s, so 8.
8. All right, fantastic. You burn it for 8. Not bad at all. And Jordan shoots his heavy crossbow and misses. And he goes, "Fucking hell!"
And
yeah,
I'm sure I'm about to DM explain to a pro, but it fucking anything that's flammable, it says that. So I just, in case I forget to mention that, keep that in the back of your head.
understood. Well, I'm going to imagine that Otto's like shooting it straight at the floor.
Yeah,
this guy,
straight
so he's
at
not
it.
hurting any of his buddies. But yeah, nothing here is particularly flammable. So so we're good. We're good. It's very like carapacey in here. It's also kind of wet, so very moist. Cool. That's gonna bring us to Celine Starshade, who's like, "Holy shit, this is intense." And she's going to shoot some magic. She's gonna like point her hand above your head, Basan. She's gonna shoot some magic missiles, and they're gonna go in the door and try and hit the thing that just tried to tongue you, I guess. And that's going to be. That sounded wrong. I'm sorry I said that. I feel gross. That's gonna be
kind of gross.
I know. I feel. That's gonna be 15 points of force damage. She rolls perfect damage on her magic missiles. 15 damage to the monster in the cage, and that'll be Celine Starshade. She's trying to hold off on those conjuration spells for the ship. That'll bring us to Captain Tarnak. He says, "This is what adventuring's all about," and he's going to run in. 5, 10. So he's here 10. Ah, man, you guys are all in the way. I want to slice it. Why are you all in the way? Let me slice it. You're going to stand here and slice it from around the edge. Okay, he is going to do a long sword attack at advantage. Oh, no. There we go. Really good. Really good. That's a hit. He slices it with his longsword. He's holding it with one hand. That's going to be 8 damage. And then he's going to turn around with his hand crossbow under his arm very stylistically. He's going to shoot it up at the other big meanie on the roof. I think this guy right here. He rolls another nat 20! Damn, he doesn't do a lot of damage, but he rolls a lot of nat 20s, man. That's going to be 5, 6, 11 is going to be 13 damage. Okay, that's going to bring us to Basan. What do you do, Basan? Can't hear you.
I have to turn it off at the mic because I have dogs and they bark.
I know. It's all good.
So Celine and I are engaged with one currently. Yes.
Dead.
She killed it?
No. Oh. Engaged. Sorry, I thought you meant like melee. If you mean the guy in here, inside the hall that's like shooting star pellets at you guys, yes, you are engaged with that one.
Excellent. So I would like to. Can I actually, without moving, can I shoot it? Do I have sights on it?
Yeah.
Well, then let's do it that way.
Fine. Hell yeah.
So let me check. I think this is a 26 with my longbow. Yes, it's a 26 to hit.
26 will absolutely.
All right, let me roll that damage. For 13 damage. Then I will roll my second attack, which is a 23. So it's 13 on the dice for I'm sorry, not a 23. I'm sorry. Dirty 21.
21 damage?
No, to hit.
Yeah, 21 will hit. What was the damage for the first shot?
It was an 8 on the dice, so 13.
13. Thank you. Sorry about that. Okay, yeah, you definitely hit me that second set of damage.
For 12.
Well, you shoot it twice. And as it gets hit, it is going to fall from the ceiling and rigor mortis curl dead on the ground. If I could just get it. Yeah, there you go. It is dead. Well done. Is there anything else?
Well, I'll turn to face the rest of the room, but nope.
Got it. That is going to bring us to the L horrors. This one has regained its stuff. This one is going to do something really weird. I'm going to go 10 feet this way, and then it's going to almost like unattach itself from the ceiling and sort of like swing down and then release there. And it's going to kind of throw itself across the room. And it is going to reattach itself to the wall right above his dead buddy next to Celine. Away from you, pointy girl. And because of your proximity, Basan, you are going to feel almost like an aftershock, like a reverberance in your mind, and realize in these moments that these creatures are psionic. And it does something that you've never heard of or see before. Psionic energy sort of reverberates through the air, and you don't know exactly what it does, but you see the other star horror, the dead star horror, begin to move again as it revivifies. And then this one is going to move 10 feet back up the wall. This one is going to stand up and is going to, in a sort of, almost like in a death row, it's very much conscious and alive, but like in a death row, it is going to try and hit you, Basan, because you're one deadly archer in this battle. So in this moment of like, whoa, shock, it suddenly like lurches up and attacks you, and you're almost not expecting it. And that is going to be a 14, which probably doesn't hit, and a 18. An 18 doesn't hit. Do you have your shield unequipped? Because you're using a bow right now. Do you have shield AC right now?
Thank you. You're right. An 18 will hit.
Okay, gotcha.
Thank you. I forgot.
That's all good. No, it's all good. It's all good. A lot to keep track of. Yeah, you bring your arm up in that moment to like protect yourself, and you realize, oh fuck, I'm using a bow, and it slaps you with its branch, and you're gonna take 8 piercing damage. And I think it's just gonna sit there and sort of be like, and it's like just flailing angrily, like it's like in a death row or something like that. And it's gonna check to see. Okay, nope. This one back here is back up and at him. I'm gonna go 20 feet across the roof. Okay. I don't think we're going for the many chaplains over there. I think we're going for the fucking Epoxy. You did the impressive jump. Epoxy, make me a dexterity saving throw at advantage because of danger sense. If you're there. I was just choosing the one that made sense, but she's not here, so.
They said bathroom.
Oh, gotcha. We're not gonna get the dog. We're gonna get someone who's dangerous. Ooh, Captain Voidlight. Make me a dexterity saving throw.
Sure can.
That's what you get for speaking up for your friend.
Yeah, well, too bad for you, 25.
It goes to shoot at Apoxy. Apoxy's like, hang on a minute, busy. I was, oh, okay. And then lashes its tongue at you, Captain. You like fucking
Right over
Tarzan
here.
swing around the column and you save yourself.
I'm just monkeying around, my guy.
I don't get that's terrible. Okay, it's going it's going to shoot its radiant pellets at you, sir. That's going to be a 16 to hit.
Nope.
Nope. And a 16 to hit.
Nope. Vosh
It
just
shoots-
like going crazy on the fucking pillars. Like,
Yeah, you're just
shit.
looking like Tarzan fucking swinging around this pole, man. It's crazy. But you get away from it. Well done. And that is going to be the end of the Star Horror's turns. Bringing us to your turn quite aptly, Varsh. What do you do?
I want to follow Epoxy's. I want to climb up and grab that thing to pull it down.
All right, you follow the lead here. You climb another 10 feet to here to get in the melee of the largest, greenest one.
Yep.
All right,
And
that'll
I
be
wanna try
worth
and
20
pull it
feet of
down.
movement.
Yep.
All right, make me a grapple check. That's going to be an athletics.
Okay.
To beat. Oh, the DC was 13.
Hang on. What is that? I'm in. There's a D4, right? Because of the
2 attack rolls and saving. Oh,
damn it! Is this skill
well, you know
checks?
what? This is technically an ability check, but I'm going to rule of cool it in this moment because grapple is considered a specialized attack.
Okay.
It's not technically how it's supposed to go, but take your D4.
Okay. That is 13 total.
13. 13. You are setting the DC as the grappler.
Dang it.
So they will meet it and beat it, unfortunately.
So
It's close, though.
Okay. Well, what happens to me now?
You have a second attack. You have a second attack. You can try again if you want.
Yeah, I'll try again.
All right, make me another athletics check.
Come on.
It doesn't
So
roll well.
that's a
Hey,
16.
that'll do it. That'll definitely do it. It only rolled a 9.
Alright.
You're trying to grab onto it, and you manage to grab onto one of its branches. It hurts. I'm not going to damage you for it, but it hurts because they're spine. But you grab onto it, and you're like, fuck. If you want to try and drag it to the ground, I'll allow it. I'll allow it. We'll call this a shove in this moment rather than like an actual grapple. So you sort of Hadozi like grab it and like jump off and like yank it with all of your weight and lift it off of the ceiling. And it's going to go. And Chaplin, you're going to go, uh-oh, as it falls directly on top of you.
Oh shit, I did not see that he was there.
And I will allow Zelace a dexterity saving throw being on the outskirts, but Chaplin's directly under it, so...
I'm so sorry, I didn't realize you were there.
I'll let you have a dex save, Chaplin. I'll let you have a dex save. Go for it.
I'm taking a dex save? Okay.
Yeah, I'll make it a little harder. A little.
17.
Yeah, Zelace, you jump out of the way. No damage done.
3.
3, you go, uh-oh, and it lands on top of you. You are going to take 6 points of bludgeoning damage, Chaplain, and be knocked prone. And the creature in question is going to take 3 bludgeoning damage and be knocked prone as well. Right on top of you.
Nice.
And then all of your illusory chaplains are like, "Oh my God, Chaplain, are you okay, Chaplain? Hey, are you all right in there, Chaplain? What's going on? Are you okay, Chaplain? Chaplain?" Is there anything else, Varsh?
Am I still up there, or do I go down with it?
Up to you.
I guess I'll just stay put if I'm still up here.
Yeah, I'll say you could have like done like the yank thing and then use the backwards momentum to like flip back and hold back onto the wall.
I have my like Kadozi feet. I can like grapple on with my cool feet.
Yeah, with my cool feet.
Etherith, over to him.
Yeah, what's Etherith do?
He rolls for his recharge and he gets it. Holy shit!
Hell yeah! Where's he going? What's he doing?
He's gonna go over to what? You know what? Can I? I know there's 2 on the wall, not by Celine.
2 on the wall, not by Celine or by
No, by Celine. By Celine.
Oh, okay, these guys, yeah.
Yeah.
You want him to try and get both of them?
Yeah, I want to maybe ice breath them both.
Okay, so what if Etherith flies over and lands up here for 15 feet, and then can breath weapon like straight down?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
All right, let's see if we can make that happen without hurting anybody. This is tight quarters right now. 15 feet?
Yep. I believe it is. Yeah, it's 15.
Oh, hang on.
That doesn't look right.
Nope, that's not quite right. We're working on it though. Come on, you wee bugger. Da 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 da. Yeah, and Etherith can just like fly into melee. That'll hit. That'll get both of them.
Alrighty.
I'll have to breathe from melee though.
That's
right
fine.
here.
That is absolutely fine. Con save.
All right, double con saves. That is going to be an 8 con save, and the one on the bottom is going to fail because it's 1 hit point.
Okay, well, that's 2 failures then. That's 15 cold damage.
All right. In this moment, well, let's see. Both of them are frozen and fall off the wall dead once more. This one lands on top of the other one. Both of them are dead. Good job, Etherith.
Ether's doing great. I forgot to do this earlier. I'll do it now. Ether's bonus action will be to go into phase.
All right. You'll begin to sort of like go dark like the face of the moon. Fantastic. All right, there's nothing else.
Yeah, that'll be it.
All right, that's going to bring us to Mr. Jord, the
So,
laser man himself.
Ed's going to move in a little bit more towards the cave using all 30 feet.
All right.
Getting as close to any friends as possible.
All right, 20 feet will get you right in there, and that's going to be hard to move past any of them right now.
Okay. Is there a way alrighty. And I'm gonna take aim at the nearest one I can see.
The nearest one you can see that's alive would be this guy right here. Or the guy who's on the ground on top of Chaplin, your choice.
Let's send him a firebolt.
All right, guy on the roof.
Guy on the roof.
All right.
All right. That is 13 plus 7 for a filthy 20. That hit?
That'll hit.
And okay, nice. Where are my d10s? Sorry. Okay, here we go. Cool. 2d10 plus 8, and that is 8 plus 5 plus 1. 8 plus 6, 14.
14, excellent damage. Yeah, you blast him again. Is there anything else for that?
Hey, Captain, I think it's you think Ederif could give my guy here a ride? And Otto boop, 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 when Ed says that, and sort of just wait in like a bus stop in the space behind Ed to get a ride from Ederif next turn, if that can happen.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I don't see
It's
why
a
not.
crazy idea, but think about their breaths. Ederif's breath, Otto's fucking flamethrower. I'm picturing being in a freaking alien cave, so but yeah, that's my turn. That's my turn.
We've just put a laser beam on a freaking dragon's head.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thinking there. Because like
the frost dragon fire breath on top. It's great.
Kind of like when droids get on the one wing in Star Wars.
Yeah. That's awesome. Awesome.
Alrighty, and yeah, that's it.
Incredible. Okay. That'll bring us to Mr. Chaplin. You are underneath a bad guy. What do you do?
Yeah. What I
Gonna
want
crawl
to
out?
do, what I want to do is pump 5d10 versus it of inflict wounds into this thing. But I'm not gonna do
Hey.
but I'm not gonna do that. I'll save it and be responsible.
Okay. That would be really
So
cool though.
it would be really cool. I never get to inflict wounds. Instead, I'm gonna toll the dead.
Toll the dead. Go ahead and, or I'm gonna make a con save, I believe, or wisdom save. What is it? What do I make?
Wisdom, yeah, wisdom versus 15.
That would be failure. Oh wait, actually, I got a wrong stat block. That is still a failure.
All right, so I get 2d12 since it's already damaged.
Understood.
As soon as I find there we go. That's going to be 18 total.
Okay, 13 total.
18.
Very good. Oh, 18, even better. 18 total. All right, well done. Damaged it pretty good as this bell goes off, like your body is the bell.
And then I will go ahead and call the pups over
Oh, and they all run over.
for multiple
Absolutely.
attacks.
Go for it.
All right. Oh my God, that is unbelievable. I just
What'd they get?
rolled. I rolled 2d20 at the same time and got natural ones on both.
Well, they have advantage, these dogs, so one of them rolls a nat 1.
Well, that's fun. Okay. I just
One
took a
just
picture
one
of
just
it.
goes. Arr, arr. No, or, well, you know what? We'll say this is like the pea-brained one that Apox is hanging out with, and you're like,
Right.
"Come help me!" And it just doesn't attack. It just is like in the middle of all this chaos and battle, bolts of flames and flamethrowers and dragon breath. It's just standing there going, and I'm like,
Oh.
please.
The other one got a 17.
And 17 will hit. Roll some damage. He just like pees on Apox's leg.
6
Hey,
damage.
hey,
16, you said?
6, just 6.
Just 6, okay. All right, so it's biting into it as best it can. This one's a little hardier than the rest, it seems. Well done, Chaplain. There's nothing else.
Nope, that is it. I'm still under here, which is fine with me. I'm okay with that.
All right, it's going to, its turn. It's going to stand up, and it is going to pulse from within it a psionic wave.
ouch.
Yeah, kind of. Not ouch, actually.
Definitely.
In fact, it's rather soothing feeling. As it pumps all of this energy outward from it, all of you have this overwhelming feeling of being like soothed and like feeling pretty like chill, man. I need, unless anyone wants to purposefully fail, I need everyone to roll a charisma saving throw.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. That's
Oh,
dogs
wait.
and all.
We still add D4s, I believe. Oh.
Yep, everyone can add a D4 to the roll.
That is terribly saddening. Oh,
Same, Nave. Same.
That was not good.
Okay, I'm gonna go around and get totals. I need dogs and all. So,
Oh, dogs.
yep, dogs and all. Okay, Varsh, what'd you get?
9.
9. Varsh, you suddenly feel fairly indifferent about this battle. You don't really think that you need to fight. In fact, you quite firmly believe that you don't want to fight anymore. You just feel fairly indifferent. You don't love any of these guys or hate them or anything. You're just like, it's not a fight worth having. Chaplain, how did you and your hounds do?
I got a 25. The hounds got 17s each.
All right, you guys are fine. Yes, yes, boy.
Etherith got 14.
14. Etherith is just fine. Etherith is still in the fight. Zalace,
15.
you're still in the fight. Ed,
I got a nat 1. I don't even deserve the D4 to be honest, but glad.
Oh
and
no.
just like Marsh, maybe you two look at each other and you're like, "What are we doing this for, man? Isn't all life sacred?" You guys just kind of just don't feel like fighting anymore. Apoxy, what'd you roll?
I got a 9.
A 9. You are no longer raging, and you just feel pretty emotionally placid. You just feel pretty like you don't want to fight either. It's just not. You just don't want to fight.
Guys, can
Basan?
we just go upstairs?
Yeah, pretty much. Basan,
Son rolled a 21.
21. Basan, you're like, you're still want to fight. As for your NPCs, only Celine Starshade similarly is like, no, they're just our took. I mean, I feel bad for them. Miss Chaplin?
I just had an above the table question because I don't know that much and I'm curious. Is there raging doesn't give you resistance?
Oh, that's Berserker
Making immune to
subclass.
charm? Berserker does. Okay.
Yeah, there's a special subclass for that.
I thought I'd seen that before. Okay.
But this isn't a charm. Nobody here is charmed per se. Like nobody thinks like these guys are like their best friends and they do anything for them. It's not like that. It's just like you still recognize them that you were fighting a moment ago. Like you're not out of your senses. You ever have that feeling when you're like doing something and then you just have this like it's almost discouraged. You just feel like suddenly incredibly discouraged to continue doing it. Just like you just emotionally just sort of like you just feel like a complete drain suddenly and you're like, I'm not doing this anymore. Like I don't want to do this anymore. That's what you guys feel like. It's just you just feel calm. You don't want to do this anymore. You don't want to fight anymore. That's all. And it's going to fuck. It's gonna start making its way towards the wall again. The dogs rolled well, as did you, Chaplain. Your dogs can make opportunity attacks if they want.
Oh, all right. I got a natural 20 and a 12. That will be 14.
Shit. 14 doesn't hit. Nat 20 definitely does.
So that's going to be, you just want the damage for a bite?
Yeah.
It's going to be 11 damage.
All right. With the crit?
Yeah.
Cool. 11. Very good. It is hurting, this thing. It's beginning to become bloodied. Very good. All right. That's going to bring us to, as it's moving away, it's getting like bit by the dog. It's going to sort of go, and
does it want to roll for, these are mastiffs, does it want to roll for the prone?
Roll for the prone? Oh.
To be dragged down?
Okay, yeah. Let's roll the strength save. That's going to be a 14. Which I believe saves. If I'm not
It
mistaken.
does save, yeah. You're good.
Cool. Which brings us to the weedlings. This one's no longer coughing and hacking. So it is going to just drag itself outside the broken window. And kind of disappear. I don't think there's any more. That one's dead. Oh, that one never joined the fight. Oh well. Well, it didn't join then, it's not joining now. That's all then. Oh yeah, this guy was knocked prone, but he's still alive. It's gonna stand up, and it's gonna disengage, and it's gonna go. Or actually, Apoxy doesn't want to fight, so it's going to crawl up the. Wall 10 feet.
Hey, buddy, where are you going? I thought we were gonna talk. I have
That's
no
all. Just
idea
crawls
what
up the
you're
wall
saying.
10. The funny thing is, it's saying the exact same thing to you. Well, what the fuck are you saying? I can't understand you. That'll bring us to your turn, Epoxy. Epoxy, you don't want to fight. You just don't want to fight. You don't want to fight anymore. I don't want to fight these things. It's not worth it.
Huh.
Oh, actually, this thing's gonna dash. I forgot I could do that. It's gonna dash down to there and make its way.
They're leaving the tower, right?
Seem to be sort of like crawling with their branches with all of their haste.
Well, looks like we can keep on investigating the tower.
Good turn. Well done. Zalace? What the hell are they talking about? What are they talking about? You're muted. What do you do?
Sorry. This big one that's in the middle of the room.
This guy?
Yeah.
Okay. Chaplain's within 5 feet if you wanted a sneak attack.
Yeah, I'm thinking of maybe trying something different.
Okay.
So, feeling the psionic burst that the other one did to revive his mate, would I have felt that from where I was?
I don't think you would have felt it, but you did see it. So you don't know what the source was. You don't know if it was like some weird plant connection they have. I'll tell you what, make me an insight check in this moment, a free insight check to see if you can figure what happened across the room there.
And that was a 9.
A 9?
Yeah.
Tough to say. You're not exactly sure how it did it, but it brought it back to life.
Oh, that's fine. Okay. So not knowing that, how far away is he from me? He's on the table, yeah?
He's crawling over the table right now. He's within 5 feet of you.
Okay. I'm gonna make a rapier attack.
Go for it. Straight roll.
22.
That'll hit. Go ahead and roll damage with sneak attack.
Um, 16 points.
16 points of damage. Very good. It is on. It is really hurt. It's very bloody.
And then with my bonus action, I'll use my crossbow, as I have crossbow expert attack.
Fantastic. Go for it. Give it a shot. And as a note, all of you who felt so very calm a moment ago are suddenly snapped out of it. And you suddenly realize like you're in a fight and that adrenaline of the battle starts to hit you again.
Unfortunately, that was a 12.
A 12 does not hit. Your bolt bounces off the side of its carapace. All right.
And I've still got movement, yeah?
You still do.
Oh, attack of opportunity there. No, okay. Yes, I'll run behind the dogs if I can.
Sure you can. Run over there. It's definitely going to take that opportunity attack. It's mad at you. That's a natural 20. Yikes, that's going to be 26 points of piercing damage as it batters you.
Dodge.
Okay, dodge, you'll take half, 13. Very good. All right, that's going to be Jorn, who's going to say, I'll be damned if I don't take another hit. And he is going to charge in like a madman, a mad dwarf, if you will. And he is going to bring all of his leadership expertise with him as he goes. And he is going to draw his great, his maul, and he's going to go in for a big old maul attack to try and kill the elder, prove that he knows his stuff. One of those boom, hits the desk and pretty much explodes it. The other one comes around and definitely hits. For 11 points of bludgeoning damage as he fucking rocks this bad guy. And as he smashes the desk and he comes around and just boom, slams into the side of the big green guy, and it falls over to the side, kind of twitches a couple times, and lies dead. And Jordan just kind of spits on it, and that will be the end of his turn. Celine Starshade. Ooh. She is going to. There's one last guy. She'll just magic missiles again. Fun little spell. Easy to use. She rolls really well again. That's gonna be 15 points of damage. And with that, the bad guys are cleaned up. These 3 bolts fired through it like stars shooting through, like bullets through a tree, and it falls off the ceiling, dead as can be. And with that, combat is over.
Yeah.
And in the end of that combat, all of these strange creatures lay defeated, dead in this main room. Let's go ahead and take our break. It's about that time. And when we come back, we'll continue our investigation.
Cool.
That was cool.
Good going,
That was
folks.
cool. And some hella interesting choices from people. Like
Yeah, I know. Sorry,
Foxy and Ed are just killing it today.
Like my
I'm
choice
loving
never
those.
to heal.
I just
It's
happen
a
to have.
specifically creative choice.
I just wanted to make it a little more fun.
Yeah,
Barbarians
loved
just
it.
very straightforward, so I was like, I might as well describe what I'm doing. But yeah, see y'all in a bit.
hope this isn't like tooting my own horn because I think it's more of the game's horn personally. But I really like how Ed's figuring out Otto's different Eldritch forms has been working out. It's very natural. Because I'm just curious as a player. I'm not like I've only ever made like martial rogues. Like I'm afraid of spellcasting, man. They have all these fucking cards and spells they got to keep a hold of. But I do have a wizard concept because I watched Roadhouse, the original from the 80s. I think it's the original. I think that's actually a whatever. And like Sam Elliott's characters there, I was like, man, you always get these wizards that are kind of like Gandalf and stuff. I'm like, man, I kind of love like a big bassy voice having Sam Elliott type, and he's just like he's so dope in that movie. Like freaking one of my favorite parts of it. And I started thinking about like a wizard I want to make.
But, well, listen, if you want to get into spell casting, because you're doing Artificer already, which is already a good jump into it as a half caster. Start with like Sorcerer or Bard or something that has an actual prepared list, so you don't have to worry about like sorting through like the entire spell list and having to keep track of every spell, making sure you're picking the right spells every day.
Yeah.
Start with like, I think Sorcerer is a great way to start. Bard's a great way to start too, because you just you pick your spells, you get a set list of spells, and you just use them. And you get good with those. And that's good introduction.
I get a little nervous at the idea of keeping the list track. So you're definitely right about that. I would try like a sorcerer.
I'm having anxieties for not having spells.
Yeah, it's a good way to start. And even when you do those things, you can like theme your approach to your spell list. So like a bard is like a really good buff class. So you could just tailor all your stuff to buff, and then it's like if you're not keeping track so well, you're like you know that you're solid in your tactic. You're like, okay, I'm gonna buff, and I have like 100 buff spells, so just pick one, right?
Yeah, that's why I picked Artillerist. I was like, because Artificer is definitely a caster. I keep telling everyone that, and they're like, "But you're playing an Artificer." It's like, "Oh yes, for sure." Like I'm really enjoying it. Like it's like they get a little criticized for like a small ceiling on damage, but like it's not really a damage guy. But also, I think that Firebolt is just fine with Arcane Firearm. That's like a pretty good, especially for a cane trip. How are you feeling on like the new stuff they've been rolling out? We've been kind of like dissecting them in one of our discords. We felt the same way about Ranger. We were like, this one's a miss, huh? And I was like, yeah. It just felt like it. Like the YouTube comments, boy howdy, they're giving hell, dude. Because like the 18 spell is just like, congrats, you've got a D10. Like,
congratulations. If anything, I'm like, if we really wanted to like make Hunter's Mark special, let's make it not a concentration spell, and let's level that damage as we go along, like fighter superiority die or fucking any other class in the whole goddamn game. Let's level that as we go throughout the game. If we wanted to make Hunter's Mark particularly important, I think where Rangers could be unique is that they have good modifiers. So like in the revised Ranger, you fight your favorite enemy, you get like the +2/+4 damage, and eventually that adds up, where you just get like a flat +4 every damage roll. That's tidy. That's real tidy.
Yeah, so that's Scout right there. Steph like adores Ciela, and she's showing off enough because she's been like drop.
Ciela does nuts
drop 99.
Damage.
Like she's always feeling herself. And I was I mean, friggin', and so that definitely helped.
She's Ciela, her Ranger is nasty, man. It's
a min-maxer.
A ton of damage. I don't even think she min-maxes. She just has sharpshooter.
No. Jupi doesn't like. I don't even like. You guys can tell her if she gives me hell. I don't even think Jupi knows what min-max really means. Because she's not that type of like gamer. She's more of a she's like pure vibes and like
pure vibes. It's the way to
pure be. Vibes. She's the best. She's cute too. Man, our schedules, dude, they refuse to align. She got her new school schedule. I got my new 'cause I just signed like a couple contracts, and it just complete opposites, just would not align.
Oh no.
So it's gonna have to be another year, and we're like but something will happen.
Dude, they're getting
For
rid of sneak
context.
attack.
That's one of the
What?
other players.
They're getting rid of sneak attack.
No,
Really?
no,
How?
they're not. No,
Why?
sneak attack's still there. It's just that you can use your sneak attack dice for other things.
Well, yeah, they're trading it up, but trade sneak attack damage die for one of 3 effects: poison, trip, or withdraw.
It's like Battlemaster maneuvers, but for rogues.
Oh, so it's still sneak attack, but you can give up a d6 to do one of the effects.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind, never mind. False alarm. That was almost
Yeah.
a big yikes.
Scared me for a second.
Scare me too.
In most situations,
I was
you
about
probably
to-
still just take the d6, but some, I don't know, getting like a trip is pretty good. But then I think like most will be using weapon mastery daggers anyway and getting the advantage in the next attack anyway.
Yeah. I haven't looked at the weapon mastery list, but I'm very happy about it from what I hear.
It's pretty cool. I like it.
That's
Yeah.
neat.
Oh, I love it.
They're,
Maybe
they're
I'll
like
put together my own D&D. I'll put together like a D&D 5.2
Oh,
E or some bullshit.
speaking of weapons, guns are standard.
no,
Ugh, fuck.
Oh,
That
no.
pisses me off a little bit.
They're expensive as hell, but they are part of the new handbook, so they're just there by default.
Well, they have them in the DMG. You know,
Yeah.
there's fucking lasers. in the
They were
DMG.
like it was muskets and flintlocks. Those were taken from DMG to PHB, which is quite funny.
Okay, I guess flintlock and pistol isn't so bad.
Yeah.
I mean,
The ray gun in there?
flintlock. Who knows? No, I haven't looked too thoroughly at the new stuff yet because honestly, I'm just putting my games together and I'll hear secondhand about what people think.
Yeah, I imagine stuff like that isn't like a quick transition. It's like, all right, let's see, play test.
And that's
Yeah.
and that's a big transition. You know what? Maybe when because Feywild's coming to an end, you guys are kicking ass over there. So when the Feywild game comes to an end, I don't know. Maybe we'll talk and see if there's interest in.
When is that
You know-
schedule again?
That is on. Yeah, those are on Saturday nights.
Ah, it does not align with mine.
It well, that's
Well,
Saturday
I've
night's
been
pretty
talking
good.
I've been talking to Jude, and she was because we were supposed to set up this Wednesday game, and then she said that there's a conflict, so it might not work out at all. So then I just and frankly, it was difficult for me too because that means I would be playing D&D every night of the week forever, which is I like
Burnout's a
D&D,
real
but
thing, my guy.
I need to
Burnout's a real
go.
thing.
You don't want
Yeah.
to burn out.
Are we talking about the possibility that maybe y'all could step in on the Saturday game? Because I think that they're going to be. I don't think everyone's staying.
Yeah, so that's a thing. But
I could work.
but
for
it's
me.
gotten me into the idea of putting together a 7th game. And then I was thinking I might just try and put it together on Mondays, I guess, would be the way to go, maybe. Or try another during the day. They're very hard to recruit for, but they let me have a night where I don't have to play D&D, which is pretty cool.
But,
We'll get back
But
to
when
it when
you-
Aaron gets back.
when you were talking about adding the new stuff, that's like, the devil's advocate. It's probably a good marketing. There'll be a lot of people jumping on board there.
I'll try it
so
out. Yeah.
might help.
We'll
you.
see. I'll give it a yeah. I'll do as I always do at session 0. See what kind of campaign we want to play, what kind of rule sets we want to play with, and if there's an interest, then I'll read it.
A quick question. Do you start at level 1?
I like to start at level 1, but I don't have a big
Fun.
qualm about doing other things.
Okay.
It's fun to go from 1 to 20 in my mind.
It is
but
fun to go.
that's just me.
And I've been
Have your little
embracing
bean,
like the
become a
level
god.
one.
I've started from level 3.
Starting from
nice
level
starting
3
point.
is fun. It is pretty fun. I'm in a Regency game right now where we started at level 3. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Aaron will get to us when Aaron gets to us. He might be busy.
Hope he's okay.
Yeah,
He was sick
I know
or
he was
something.
was a little sick yesterday, but we'll get started. Hopefully, he'll be back with us sooner rather than later. Oh God, this is a pretty. Gotta change the music. It's a pretty dramatic post-combat moment. Screen share. All right, let's make it creepy again.
Love the lighting in here.
Cool. Glad. But yeah, combat comes to an end, and all these things lay dead around you.
How you looking, Cap?
Well, any injuries? I'm just chilling up top.
Yeah, you're just like up on this pillar from the top.
Just okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
All
saw
the
that
NPCs
in-
are like, no, I'm fine, I'm good.
I think we're all good except you, Captain.
Oh, I'm completely uninjured.
Oh, never mind.
I'll take a little bit back and forth.
Chaplain peels himself off the floor.
Yes, my apologies, Mr. Fool's Gold. I did not see you down there. I was more concerned with getting that off the ceiling.
That's all right. I can't feel pain because I'm a robot. Yes, Basan.
Before we maybe take a rest, that would be a good idea. I would like to take my second wind.
Yeah, if you guys want a short rest, you're more than welcome to.
If we need to take a short rest, we can.
Do we want to do the next roll?
Do we need
and then
to?
short rest?
Okay.
Well, let's take a vote. Is anyone in dire need of a short rest, or shall we press on? I'm also aware that the ship is now currently unattended, though I do appreciate the aid.
Celine says, "Oh, I'll head back to the ship. I'm pretty much okay, and I can conjure some aid if needed. So, I'll take over."
Very well.
Yeah.
Mr.
Oh, wait.
Zalace, make sure to maintain mental contact with Celine just in case.
Okay.
Captain, not to put pressure in either way, but we did have people on our tail here too, so I
That's
don't know how much time we want to spend here.
That's exactly why I have someone guarding the ship and in mental contact with Zalace, so we'll know if they arrive. Assuming they even make it, that was a close shave coming in.
Like that, Cap? Like that, huh? That was pretty good. One for the books, but
It was excellent piloting.
let's I say if we're good, I say we skip the rest, dig through this place and get out as fast as we can. Just on general principle. I mean, look at it. Look at these things. And he kicks one of the star things, corpses.
What are these things, if anyone knows?
The person who definitely knew about them is on the ship right now.
Just gone.
Yeah.
But anyone else could roll a nature or history check. Actually, more of a history check than anything.
My pleasure.
I'll allow either.
I asked the question, so I'm not going to roll.
Fair enough.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Oh, yeah.
Your data banks
Epoxy.
light up.
Yeah, your data banks light up. You have
That's kind
been.
of weird. Actually, no, a little bit.
You realize that though it is not fully accessible, or actually no, I'll say that you do have. It's incomplete, but you do have an encyclopedia of enemies. Is basically what it is to know what you're fighting against, as you've been designed to command. And to command is to know your enemy. These are a alien race known as the Artuk. They are an intelligent plant-based creature. They have 3 life cycles. They start off as weedlings, as they are known, and then they develop psionic powers when they become star horrors, where they gain the ability to actually bring the dead back to life with their psionic powers, and speak with plants, which is not something pretty much anyone can do other than them, psionically. And then after a long while, they become known as the Artuk Elders, which was the big green one we defeated, in which they lose some abilities but gain others. Long ago, their baleful planet was, well, they lived to wage war. They're a war people, and beholders destroyed their original homeworld and scattered the survivors across the material plane. And then they found their way into wild space aboard spelljammer ships, and can be found rarely, but can be found across some, pirate crews and such. They're considered very, very pirate-like, and yeah, they're very mean. Climb on ceilings, shoot little radiant pellets. They can make hands out of their pseudopods, but they're very mean and dangerous, and that's what you would know.
Basically, they are war weeds and stowaways.
They're like really dangerous, warlike starfish is the best way to think of them.
Yeah, I would let them know all about that.
Cool.
All right.
Truly incredible.
Can we gather everybody up for a prayer of healing?
By all means.
How do you pray to? What is your prayer of healing? What do you say?
Yeah, it would be something like.
Are all of the chaplains still here praying?
No, they've disappeared by now. They only last for a minute, I think.
Yeah.
So it would just be the one, and he basically it's very irreverent sounding, the praying. So it'd be something like, "Hey, Garl Glittergold, this is Chaplain again, and we are in the middle of a very interesting looking space building, and some of my friends got a little banged up. So I was wondering if you could help us out with a little of your healing kindness."
And there's like a hard pause where you're like, no, and then there's a splash of like radiant healing energy that hits you all.
I always forget that I always hit the wrong button for their roll for that. Hold on, give me a second. Oh, there we go. All right, so 14 points of healing for anybody who's damaged.
While Chaplain does that, Ed's gonna like punch a couple things on his watch and cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
Just seeing if he gets any hits, anything like that.
Oh, let's see.
Some chests and that over there. I was gonna go over and have a look at.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. I would say that there's a couple of potion bottles that have some magic over there. There are a couple of like burning red flames here and there that do spark with an invocation magic. There is just like a general, like all around you, there is a general transmutative effect that seems to be going in all spaces of this place. Other than that, no, nothing real.
All right. I'll probably follow around Zalace, like just like a couple steps behind him, kind of like, just being your radar, sonar, whatever, pointing you towards stuff.
Cool.
One of us.
Oh, who's got their hand up? Sorry, Hassan.
So you said this place was like organic?
Just like the Nautiloid was, yes.
Does it? Okay, that's all I needed. Thank you.
Yep, no problem. Yep, a lot of Illithid construction has that organic feel. Yes, Mr. Voidlight.
I was going to use before the fight, but I wanted to, not expecting much, but I'm going to use my class feature, detect portal.
Detect portal.
Any portals in the mile? Just at a
pure curiosity.
Pure curiosity.
Let's find out.
I'm suspicious.
Rangers got nerfed. You don't have that anymore.
Yeah, sorry, you can't do that now.
Oh, so
no.
It's a subclass feature. I have this.
Yeah. Wizards of the Coast says you don't.
Oh no.
Yeah, you can. Let's see here. No, I'm afraid not. Nothing in this general vicinity. Nothing within a mile of this place.
At least then I'm safe in the knowledge we're not going to just find things pouring in. Cool.
Yeah. Sorry, no links to hell. Not here.
No links to the planes of chaos and death.
No, not yet. Not yet.
Did somebody check all the trunks or whatever might be over there, or there's not really there?
Going to now.
You guys could go. You guys could go start going through the trunks, but Captain Tarnak will say, "Oh, good. Might as well load it up. Check it all out later."
Captain.
Yes.
Hello.
Oh, sorry.
No, sorry. You're the captain. Sorry. Sorry. Force a habit.
Captain Voidlight.
Yes.
I slide down on the climb back. Well, I don't even climb. I just glide down. Just go with my
Use your wings for
wing flaps. Yeah, wing flaps just went down. Yeah, load the trunks into the ship.
I have a request.
And what request is that?
May I scout up the second hub? I will not enter it.
I look between Foxy and Lace,
I'll go with her and I'll check the stairs and what have you for traps. We can go together.
All right. Look out for each other.
Hey, Poxy, come here real quick before you do that.
Oh, all right. Is there something you need?
And he will lay his hands upon Apoxy's shoulders and deliver Blessing of the Trickster. You have advantage on stealth checks.
I feel so light all of a sudden.
Incredible. Jorn Axbeard will say, "Well, Captain, no sense slowing everyone down. With your permission, I'll stay behind and begin loading the ship."
Before you load in, just check inside. Just don't rummage, but just make sure nothing's gonna jump out.
You want to check the traps first on the.
That too.
Oh yeah, by all means.
So I'll have a quick check for traps on the.
Yep, little investigation check. Go for it.
May I do one as well?
Sure.
Well,
absolutely.
Hey, that's good. Flat 8.
You two look around. You don't see anything particularly menacing. They're kind of just roughly pushed up against the wall. There's nothing. Nothing as far as you can tell.
That was for the traps, yes?
Yeah.
Can I see if there's any more of those?
Any what?
Any more of those trunk plant-looking starfish?
Make me a perception check if you want to look around and see if there's any others hanging around.
Oh. Darn. That was not any better.
Okay. No is the answer to that then.
I think we're good to go.
All right. Okay. You guys can all begin to head upstairs, and Jorn will stay behind and just start hauling stuff into the cargo hold.
Okay.
All right.
So up the stairs, checking for traps as I go.
Fair enough. Yeah, make me an investigation check for the stairs.
Yeah, that's a 21.
Yeah, nothing. The stairs are not trapped as far as you can tell.
Okay, so I'll slowly make my way up with epoxy. In fact, I'll jump on the back of epoxy and just say, go slow, go slow.
All right. And start sneaking up there.
Got it. All right, make me stealth checks, folks.
And advantage, I believe.
You will have advantage, Apoxy.
Gonna
Unless you're
need that.
wearing armor that gives you
Oh,
disadvantage.
nat 20.
Nat 20. All right. Pretty dang good.
19 for me.
19 for you. Okay, you guys are pretty dang stealthy. Let's see what lies up ahead as you climb up the stairs, creeping as you go. You make your way to a much darker section. I don't believe either of you have dark sight.
I
right?
do. I have the
You-
goggles of night vision.
Dang, I do not.
You put down the goggles of night. Apox, you become quite blind in this moment, but you can see Zlace as you look around the room. You just barely see what looks like. I'm gonna get my camera adjusted here a little.
The lights guide
Um,
me.
You look to see. It looks like a prison block, basically. There's like a little station where there's some pages and a table, probably a guard station, and a number of doors, some old boxes. Some of the doors are open, some of the doors are closed.
Can I make a perception here as well?
What are you looking for?
Just to see if there's like any signs of activity recently.
You can at disadvantage because you're blind.
That is
Okay.
cool. I'm feeling that's a nat 1. That was my first roll.
You look into the black, dark void that is this cell block that you don't even know is a cell block at this point, and you go,
Yeah,
I
here.
have no clue. I have no idea. There could be.
I'm gonna I'm gonna pull out levers out of my head. You control me.
What the fuck? Basically just starts handing you pieces of hair, like Ratatouille style. Zalace, what do you do?
I'm gonna check the ceiling first of all, and then check to see anything else as well.
All right, I'll say make a general investigation check for like living creatures or in the area. You can make a perception check if you want to instead.
Take the perception because that's the same. Yeah, so 20, 20.
Dirty 20. You are going to detect a couple things. So with a dirty 20, you are going to, as you're on Apoxy's back at the stairs here, you're going to recognize that there's some strange holes in the wall that have like these little like almost like fleshy like protrusions that are very uncharacteristic as the rest. It's just a very strange change in grain in the wall. Could be a trap, you're not really sure, but it looks like something that's active. There is a number of holes. They seem like the cobblestone tracks between the various like cobblestones, but some of them are a little bit differently formed, and it is stylistic. But you're like, something's supposed to poke out of there for sure. And lastly, you notice that only one of the prison doors remains shut, and just at the edge of your hearing, Zalace, you can hear footsteps from that
Coming from the
cell.
cell.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just going to pass the information on to Captain, telling it it's all right to come up the stairs, but wait at the top. There's a couple of traps around. You just keep lower than the holes that are in the walls. If they're, well, depending on what height they're at, I suppose.
They're pretty high up the wall. They're maybe like 5 feet up the wall.
Okay. Well, that's above my head height, but not so above. So I'll let them know that.
Cool.
I'll let them know that they're higher up on the wall. That's okay, folks.
Got it. All right. So you guys begin.
I'll relay that to the crew.
Sounds good. All right. So you wish to. So you're just gonna keep low underneath those like weird orifices in the wall.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Just wanted to confirm.
So yeah. So I'm gonna go off Epoxy and just tell her, Epoxy, just wait here. There's a couple of stones that I don't want to use to step on. I need to disarm them first. So
Okay.
I would like to try and disarm the nearest trap.
Just
Okay.
watch out. I can't see.
So with that, Zalace walks into the dark and disappears to you, Epoxy. I think the first thing you'd see on the wall were those weird orifices that are like 5 feet up the wall that may or may not be traps. But the floor is pretty well full of these weird holes in the design of the floor. So let's start with the holes in the floor. Take out your thieves' tools, and you do recognize that it is a pressure plate situation. So make me a thieves' tools check, thieves' tools check to disarm the trap. So dexterity plus proficiency as usual.
$15.
15. Okay, you put your thieves' tools in there. You start to like fiddle with the plate, trying to fit it, and you feel pretty confident about it, pretty good about it. You're like, awesome. And you like touch it with your foot to step on it. It's pretty good. You're like, okay, cool. You step on it, and you didn't quite meet the DC. As this happens, tendrils are going to shoot up out of the ground. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh my god, 8.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm not going to deal with Zalace for the moment, because what happens is this. I'll have you make a wisdom saving throw on top of that, Zalace.
13.
So we're not going to worry about Zalace, because Zalace, you pretty much become largely unaware of what's going on pretty quickly. Epoxy, you just are like standing there, and you hear in the darkness the sound of like, and you go, opposite, and then the orifices, like Zalace beginning to say something, then those orifices on the wall sort of like almost stalk, like point in that direction, and there's like a pulse of color, and then they go back into the wall, and then you hear a sound, and then it's just quiet.
The light has been kidnapped! I yelled downstairs.
Okay. I guess we
I
come
start-
running up.
Running to the noise.
Cap, did you hear what I just heard? That hang on there, Chaplain, a second. And okay.
So you guys are, just to be clear, hang on, before we do anything, just to be clear, Epoxy yells down, Zalace has been kidnapped, help! You guys stand and start having a conversation.
I started running.
You start running.
Ed said wait, so now I'm waiting.
Okay, now you're waiting.
I'll start running first, but I will keep in mind what Zalace said before and not proceed further than the top of the stairs.
Got it. Understood. And everyone else is just gonna
Follow behind.
No,
kinda-
Beyond is going to follow the captain.
The song's gonna follow the captain. So Ed, you're not talking
No,
to Chaplain anymore. Okay, you're like, all right, never mind. And then you guys run upstairs. Okay, cool. I just wanted to be very clear about what's going on. All right, you all start running up. Do you have dark vision, Mr. Hadozi?
I do not. I have 10 feet of blind sight, so
Got
I
it.
can see 10 feet in front of me, I guess.
You get to the top of the stairs where Epoxy is positioned. You guys all start filing up behind. Nobody. So I'm just gonna. The order seems to be Basan. Basan, can you see in the dark?
I cannot.
My mace sheds 20 feet of bright light and an additional 20 feet of dim light.
Understood. You're at the back right now. Void light, yeah.
I'm still in mental contact with Zalace, so I'm gonna try talking to him.
What do you say?
Zalace, you alive? What's the situation?
No response.
Oh well, shit. He's just dead.
He's dead?
No, I didn't say that out loud.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
It's a shame that as Bosh, I do not know the exact parameters of psychic whispers. Even though I know them out of character.
It's all good. So at this point, I will say then Ed and Chaplain are going to come to the top of the stairs, and you can take out your mace, Chaplain, and make it gleam. And as the light gleams through the hall, you guys are going to see the cell block and Zalace, who is currently restrained and wrapped, suspended in the air by about 8 tendrils, like 2 wrapped around his midsection, 1 around each arm, and then like 2 actually wrapped fully around his head. And there's also a second tentacle that is holding his scalp just before him, and his brain is exposed as if it had been
I run up there.
And he's just like
I grab a hold of Epoxy if she starts running.
You grab Epoxy. Epoxy, you want to just try and charge forth or past him?
Captain, we have to.
Pull yourself together, Epoxy.
Yeah, your hastiness is what got us in this. Now, this is fucked. Now here, hang on. I'm gonna try something for us here, and pass without trace is my racial, but I can still use it as a regular spell, or does it have to be in rocks? I've always wondered that with Earth Ganassi.
Could you hit me with that question again?
I was gonna cast pass without trace on us right now.
Okay, sure. You cast pass without a trace. The ground becomes smooth like sand instead of hard stone, and the physical atmosphere is basically going to try and cloak you.
Now,
I'm going to send you a private message to Lace to let you know what is going on with you.
Okay, first, Chaplain, check is he still alive?
Okay. Zalace, you still alive?
Oh my goodness.
No response, Chaplain. No response.
Okay. Very well. I'll check, and I approach the Zalace, and I try to get a sense if he's still breathing.
You approach Zalace. Feel the trigger trap tentacles are going to shoot up. Make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I thought didn't see. Okay. 24.
You flip around, end up on top of the table, but you manage to avoid the tentacles that shoot up from between the various stones to try and grapple you, and you end up on top of the table. And in that moment, those orifices on the wall are going to position themselves, point at you. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw as they blast you with psychic energy.
Jesus Christ. Okay, well, that's an 8.
You stick the landing on the table, and there's this and you just go, and you just kind of pass out on the table. But that's it.
No damage? Just pass out?
No damage. You just pass out.
I'll take that. Good luck, guys.
Your situation's a little better. So the captain is out. The captain is out. Everyone starts screaming as there's no first mate and running into each other. And give me a Chaplain. Sorry, keep going. I imagine Chaplain's got his fucking scalp burned off. The captain passes out in the middle of the room, and Chaplain's like, "Hey, how's it going?" And he likes to calls up another auto gnome. He's like, "How's it going, man? I've been talking to you forever."
You got any job?
What?
No, go adding on to what he was saying.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't
All
know
right.
what you said. All right, what do you guys do now?
Isan is going to yell, "Can we light the space?"
The space is lit by Chaplain.
No, all of the space. Big light, not little light. I thought you said that it was only 25 feet of light. Like, can we see up to the ceiling?
It's 20 by 20, so you can see this radius, which is a pretty substantial amount of light.
All right, I apologize. I thought it was just a very small space. Then
It's
I'm
20 by 20.
Can I get a shot on the thing that's got Solis?
You want to shoot the tendrils?
Can I?
You can certainly try. Go ahead. Have advantage. They're stationary after all.
All right. Well, one of those was a 19 with my longbow for 6 points of damage.
All right. What tentacle are you aiming for? Are you aiming for something that's holding his head, his torso, his arms? What are you aiming for?
I am aiming.
There's a couple.
Okay, so I'm aiming for something that is holding his head, and that was a 19 on the dice plus 8.
Got it. You shoot your arrow, strikes true. Don't worry about the damage. They're fairly weak. You slice through one of the tendrils in Zalace's head, rocks backwards, and his brain kind of bounces. I want you to make a con save, Zalace.
Oh, major headache.
Yeah, that's right. Major headache. That's right.
This is making me cringe.
10. Could be worse. We're gonna deal with your medical state when you awaken. But Slice's head whiplashes backwards, and his brain sort of like bubbles around in his skull.
Oh.
As his head rocks backwards. There's no support any longer. So now his open head is pointed down at the ground.
Who can find traps?
Let's see. What can we do here?
Anyone got anything heavy?
Isan readies a second shot. Does not take it, but she's aiming for when we decide.
Okay.
The traps are set off by the floor. I'm thinking maybe we can toss something in this general area. He's pointing towards it. I don't know. Maybe it triggers a trap. Might let go of the lace or something.
I don't want him to fall.
Mr. Voilet, you wake up at this point.
You're alive!
My head.
Stay still, Cap.
Yeah, minor headache, but otherwise
Okay, what have I missed?
You look over and see Zalace's like head rocked back at the floor.
Oh, that's not good. Is he breathing for what I can see?
Make me the space is lit now. Make me a medicine check to figure out the state of that is Zalace.
Can I help with that or make one?
Not from where you're standing.
Okay.
You can make your own though. The DC's elevated.
That's a 7 from me. So
He doesn't look good. He doesn't look good. That's what you know. Chaplain.
16.
16. You recognize a couple things. He will not be alive for much longer as long as his brain is exposed to the elements. So whatever you gotta do it fast if you want your friend's Lace to remain alive. Because he has literally had his skull scalped off. He is you saw the way his head rocked. He's probably got some kind of concussion now. You're not sure how bad. You'll have to assess him when he wakes up, but he's probably concussed. There's a bit of blood sort of coming out from where he took the wound, but he's alive. He's breathing, but not for much longer if someone doesn't do something.
Do I have any idea, like of the healing magic that I have available to me? Do I have any idea if I have anything that can rectify this? Like, is a cure
Yes.
wounds gonna work?
If you can if you can put his scalp back on his head, just position it in the right way, and then give him some healing juice.
Is his scalp visible?
The scalp is visible.
I cast Mage
it's
Hand.
like okay, there we go. There we go. Thank you. You cast Mage Hand. You scoop up his scalp out of the tentacle. The tentacle back into the floor. You are now holding his scalp. You know, Chaplain, that if it was like put back on his head, you could use healing magic to essentially reattach.
Okay. All right. Put it back on his head.
Okay, Void Light, this is very important. I need you to make me a medicine check to make sure you put it back on the right way. So,
Oh
put it on
my
backwards.
goodness.
Put it on sideways.
No.
Well, no pressure. Less than 8.
That's okay. The DC was 5. It's not hard.
Oh, thank goodness.
Even just from it's like that. You just put it back on like that. I just wanted to see
hard
if
to
it was
see.
If it was below a 5, we would have had some problems. But no, you for a moment there, you're like, wait a second. No, don't overthink this, and just put it back on. You just kind of like hold it up against his head.
Which way do halflings' heads point?
All right, do I think a healing word will work, or do I need cure wounds, or do I not
for the sake of re-securing his brain inside of his skull, a healing word will do the job. Any sort of healing will do the job.
Then I can do that from here. Okay.
Give him
so that's 7 healing if you need that number.
7 healing, excellent. Zalace, your skull is reattached, which is so fucking cool. It hurts like a mofo, but it's on there. It's not gonna slip off anytime soon. And I'll say, with that bit of healing magic, Zalace, you sort of come to consciousness. You are indeed concussed. You're gonna have disadvantage on intelligence checks going forward until I tell you different. But you wake up with the worst headache. You literally feel like your brain is soft. You just feel horrible. You just feel really bad in the brain. Yeah, but you wake up, but you're still restrained in the tentacles.
Oh,
thank the gods.
This
Can Ethereth fly up and get him?
A little bit different. Why am I here? Upside down.
Don't worry. We'll get you down to lace.
Ethereth, I need you to free Zalace without touching the ground.
Ethereth flutters over onto the table that you're on, and will kind of like step around you and get like right to the edge there, and will kind of like reach out with his long neck and start like ripping the tendrils apart, and you'll fall to the ground, Zalace, and the tentacles will reattach or retract. Excuse me.
Then pick Zalace up and just get him on your back. Because you're a large creature, and you can do that.
Yeah, Zalace will reach over and like with the tips of his sharp teeth, sort of affix them to the back of your collar and lift you off the ground, and then kind of crane back and drop you on his back, or her back. I think. I don't remember. His back was it?
Yes.
And Zalace is saved for the most part, other than the profuse bleeding coming from his like forehead and in his hair.
And the fact that he's now hard of learning.
Yep.
May have always been that way.
Okay. All things considered, that didn't go very well.
It could have been worse. Good work with hand.
Okay.
Okay.
You hear from somewhere in the prison cell. You are going to hear, could have gone better.
Out loud?
Out loud, common. If you're all quite done mucking about, I would much enjoy a rescue.
Where are you?
I am in the last. I'm in the last cell. Been here for some time. Wouldn't mind a little freedom.
Just to double check, I made sure there were no humanoids around, right?
Yeah, you did.
I draw my sword very slowly.
Sure you do. He goes, and if you'd be so kind, there's a necklace on that table. If you could bring it to me, it would be of immense help. You guys see this gorgeous, like golder than gold necklace with a large opal sitting right in the middle, clearly a magical relic of some kind.
Oh.
State your name.
Virad is my name.
And what are you?
He goes, I am a Rhaegar of Ysgard. Anyone can make a history check to see if they know what a Rhaegar is.
I got it right now.
15 plus 4. 30, 20.
17.
13.
Rhaegar 17. What'd you get, Epoxy?
9.
9. Captain, during your wanderings of the Astral Sea, you hoped you would run into one, as perhaps they might just help you. But alas, you did not. But you heard of them plenty. The Rhaegar, none are perfectly certain about how they came to be, but they were created by the gods of Ysgard, and they are spirits of battle, of glory. They are. I'm not going to worry about the description. They're considered to have the hearts of warriors, and often leave the lands of Ysgard to test their mettle against the Astral Sea. They're celestial spirits.
I sheathe my blade.
Oh yeah. Sing. Did you draw your blade? Were you going to try and kill me? Cool.
You never know what's waiting in a place like this.
Fair
I pick up the necklace and, in true monkey fashion, jump to the other table instead of like climbing across, trying to avoid stepping on the floor. So make my way into the cell.
Absolutely, make me a little acrobatics check and see if you can monkey your way over.
Acrobatics. Okay, that's not my strongest point, but 16.
16. You monkey your way over, and you look inside, and you see a gentleman standing there. He is wearing rather strange clothing, very sailory, but in a like if a sailor was like a celestial pirate of some kind, like big, large, poofy pants. Has a belt of pure laced gold, a big sort of flowy, almost like piratey white shirt, a number of more gold laced wrappings all up the arms to sort of keep it all in place. You see this person, despite this sort of like almost extra appearance, you do recognize the sort of like warrior sort of like bandings and such. But what's more interesting is their face and what they look like. He has gold hair that sort of just like lightly sort of almost flows like a pluff of clouds, almost like there's no gravity in the air. Has a brown face with stripes, like thin golden stripes across their face, and glowing blue eyes, and has a halo of these like small creatures that seem to just sort of like swim in a circle around his head, creating a halo.
Vosh is kind of stunned for a moment. Well met.
Very well met in such a dank, dark, evil place.
Indeed. It, your necklace. And I'm gonna push it through the bars.
He'll take it, put it back on. I speak something in Celestial, something that's almost like Zor Miata. He'll say, "It is good to have my Tolerith back, but I digress. There's unfortunately no use of magic within this cell, which is why I've been stuck here for the past couple decades. So if you wouldn't mind."
I, I'm a, I am. I don't have the key.
Oh. Well, what's another decade or two?
So, hearing that conversation, I'll grab my cloak either side and I'll fly down the corridor.
You Batman down the
You
corridor.
can just ride Ethelred.
Nah, man, this is way cooler.
I want to use my cloak. That's what it's there for.
Okay.
Use the cloak. You grab onto the handhold. You're like, oh shit. But you grab onto the handhold where there's a fire lit, and you're like, I'm gonna burn my fingers. And as you put your hand in there to hold it, the flame is cool, almost cold. And you sort of hang off of it from the side so you don't touch the floor. And he goes, friend. Good to meet you. You see the same strange celestial appearance to this individual.
This Captain, this dude alright? Yeah? Are you okay?
I'm like staring at this celestial being. Yes, we should free them as soon as possible.
Okay.
I'd be eternally in debt.
I'll try and pick the lock.
All right, make me a lock picking check.
Dex and proficiency. Yeah.
Yep, Dex plus proficiency. Dex plus
That
proficiency.
is 17.
17. It's a little tricky because you got one hand, but then like you like organize with Chaplain, where Chaplin's holding on. He's like holding on to one of your like the thing, and one of your arms with his like monkey foot, and you guys do this like weird side wall arrangements so you get both of your hands free to do it, but it works out in the end. And the door and swings open, and the individual is going to happily step free of his confines, and is going to just risk it because he wants to be out. He's going to step in the middle of the floor, and as the tentacles shoot up, he definitely like definitely gets around them, and they shoot back into the floor. He goes, it's good to be free. I am excited to make all of your company. I expect you're here for some purpose. I will travel with you if that would be good recompense for my freedom. And in that moment, flying through a hole in the wall is a trident made of pure gold that he takes into his hand, and
Magpie eyes straight away.
We are the Dawn's Return, and we are, well, looting the place, to put it bluntly.
Excellent. Spoils of war must be taken.
And we would be very pleased to have your company.
Then by Thor, I will fight at your side.
You seem to be able to handle the traps just fine, but I'll stick to the walls.
Not all of them, trust me. That was a risk I was willing to take because I couldn't stand to be in there a moment longer. If I could help it. Kicks the door closed. Goes, now for the tricky business of walking across. You flew over here. That was impressive. And he will offer a hand to you, Mr. Voidlight, who didn't fly across.
Kind of just shake his hand.
As he takes your hand, you two are sucked into a portal and will reappear at the stairwell in front of everybody.
Okay then, I'll fly myself back then, shall
You fly back over, land on the table. You all see this strange celestial individual. Says, "Wow, the crew you've brought."
Hi
there.
Who's this?
I am Varad of the Rhaegar of Ysgard. An honor to make your acquaintance, and thank you for your rescue. He will tap his trident, and it will glow into a bright light that will illuminate the area.
Can we see what's on the ceiling with that light?
Yes, you can, and there's nothing of danger up there.
Where are the tentacles?
Whoever locked you up in here definitely didn't want you getting out, huh?
No, I expect they were going to probably try and eat my brain or something, but luckily the prisoners broke free and made their way out. I think they were uncertain of me, so they left me behind. Yes, you with the hand up.
You said Ysgard. What is Ysgard?
Ysgard, you have not heard of the plane of immortal warriors?
She failed the check.
A shame, a true shame. Ysgard is great. Those who find glory in battle and war will find their way there in the afterlife, and every morn rise with their fellow warriors, the greatest who have ever lived, and fight side by side in the yard, testing their mettle against one another, and to the death indeed. But the next day, they rise again to fight and drink alongside their brothers and sisters, so that one day we might serve the gods in a great war, a war that will come that will shape the multiverse. This is what all who dwell in Ysgard prepare for. Ragnarok.
That's fantastic, but you can tell us more about it in our ship. Because, Captain, I don't like being in this place any longer than we need to be. And I think the guys downstairs got everything we needed. What do you think?
I think we have more floors to climb.
Agreed. To glory, he says.
I'm just gonna jump over to the table with all that paperwork on and pick it up. Not
cool. Just want to tuck it away?
Yeah, just gonna tuck it away. I'm not gonna look at it.
Sure. Add to your inventory. Just say like papers from second floor.
I can take him if you want.
Yeah, fine. I'll jump back over and hand them to Chapman. Is there anything else on that table?
No, other than some like musty food and like a shitty rusted dagger. No.
Is there a shitty rusted dagger?
Make an investigation check. See if it's a shitty rusted dagger.
A disadvantage, you said as well, didn't you? Yeah.
That's right.
That's 9.
As you take the dagger from the table and wipe the rust from the blade, so many years left here, it reveals the truth of the blade. It's dull. You put it back down.
That's a check.
That's a nice looking dagger you got there.
No, it's not. But you can have it if you want. Not too much.
It would be my pleasure.
All right,
Okay.
Epoxy, you can add a dull dagger to your inventory. It will need to be sharpened before it can be used again.
This is so cool.
Whoa.
My first gift.
Cool.
I believe it is my first gift. Sorry.
Hey, Ysgard guy.
My name is Virad.
Virad, do you know much more about this building? Do you know what's on the floors above this?
Probably nothing alive. I haven't heard footsteps in some very long time, other than the crawlings down below and the excitement of battle just recently. I expect that was you.
That it
But
was.
there's probably more traps, so best to be cautious.
I'll look over at Ed. Ed, I'm not feeling right. I don't trust it. I don't trust myself. Is there any chance you can take the lead and see about disarming some traps?
Hey, try.
If you need my tools, here you go.
Let me see what I have in my backpack. I've got thieves' tools, so and smith tools, but finger tools.
You want to try and disarm the traps?
Yeah, sure thing.
All right, make me a dexterity plus. Are you proficient with these tools?
I am.
Ooh.
Make me dexterity plus proficiency, please.
Can I aid him just by looking, or
I will allow advantage. Yes, you've already done most of the hard work. It's just a matter of bringing it home. So yes, Ed, go ahead at advantage. Thanks
So
for
Dex with proficiency.
Dex with proficiency at advantage, absolutely.
Cool. Thanks, sir. All right, that's going to be a 15 plus 5, 30, 20.
30-20. Zalace, you help him sort of, you know where you may have missed. You help Ed figure that out between the two of you. The pressure plates on this floor are secured. There's no fear of anyone being scalped.
Rescalped.
Re-scalped or newly scalped, either way.
nice? Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Now, Cap, I understand the need for a hole for sure. Now, my train of thought here is, if there's a prison, the best loot here is going to be a prisoner. I think we hit the jackpot with this guy. Like, look at him. And you really think there's more here?
The warden's office may contain some, flattered though I am. Mr.
Ed Yord, this is all really impressive. It's a trident. I've never seen one before. It's awesome.
Very handy when fighting on one.
Yeah, I like that. A little bit of a chrome tip to it. It's great. But anyways, before I say, you said warden's office. Maybe that's where to go, Cap. But let's keep it hasty.
Yes, there was a particularly nasty Ulithrid that ruled over this place. And since they've left, I imagine, the warden's office is probably undisturbed. If you're looking for spoils of war, that would be where you find them, perhaps.
Can I do a history check on Uhtred's just because?
Sure, or nature.
That is a 15 plus 4. 19.
18 plus 4 is 22. You know what it
15.
15. You don't know what it is. You've never heard of that before.
Uhtred's, yeah. All right, Cat, as you will.
Well, if the path forward is secure, then let us proceed.
To glory! And he'll walk forward.
Vash will go with her side by
Right.
side.
Captain,
Yes.
before we go, I'm going to go and scout ahead on my own, and I'll use polymorph and change into a bat.
All right, you sort of fold your cloak around yourself, real ultimate Batman-like, and it turns you up. And you can fly ahead as a little bat, absolutely. My, what a menagerie of warriors you have at your side, Captain.
Well, I can't take credit for gathering them. We were crewmates under a different captain at one time, but, well, we were ambushed and betrayed, and we're what's left.
Betrayal. You are my sincerest condolences, Captain. There's nothing more dishonorable than such. Anyway, and Zalace will, you'll fly ahead as a bat. Make me a stealth check as a bat. Oh, I think I've got bats. Okay. Yeah.
21.
21. That'll do. All right, you fly forward as a sneaky bat. I was like, polymorph? When did I fucking give you polymorph? And I was like, oh yeah, that. Incredible. You fly forward. You get to the second floor. It is definitely more ruined up here than before. You flutter around. You might expect that this is where the real. Where do you go? Oh god, I lost the lace.
Oh,
It's
not again.
nice. It's all good. I'll find you. There you are. Oh, that's what happened. Yeah. You float around up here. You get to the second floor. Is there anything you'd like to do?
Well, I just had a scout about. Obviously, I can't do anything other than just have a look around and ping anything to see if I can find anything. And then
Absolutely.
with that, I've still got connection with Void Light, so I will be able to tell him of things, but whether I can perceive traps and that from here or not is a question.
Yeah, make me a perception check. And you'll probably use your hearing because you are a bat, so advantage. As you use echolocation to see.
Perception is that's 12.
12.
No, I'm rolling really shit.
But luckily you can see just fine around here because you're using echolocation. You are going to notice a couple of things. You are going to hear. Oh, what does it sound like? Oh, no. You hear whisperings, and you feel flutters, almost like shaking. And your bat eyes are steered towards the nearby table, in which you see a brain. You see a brain with legs on it. And it's underneath the table, and it is shaking like a scared dog.
We're getting a pet. Oh, fuck me. Do you know what? Yeah. What a knob.
Oh no. What are you gonna do? What's gonna happen?
So I've forgotten everything there. So forgetting that I had blue. Actually,
Yeah, we'll say he's on the ship right now because it's a little dangerous.
I forgot about him. Yeah, sorry, I could have used.
It's all good.
All right, so I will. I'm not going to get too close, so I don't know obviously what his capabilities are, but I'll tell the captain. There's a brain with legs. It's up here. I can't see any traps or anything. It looks okay, but there's a brain with legs. Seems to be a little scared though.
Do I even need to roll for that to know what that is? A brain with legs. I know exactly what that is.
Yeah, go ahead.
What roll?
History or nature?
Same either way. 15.
You know that this is an intellect devourer. They are the pets of Illithid, and will often subjugate their. You know, when a mind flare goes in, like, eats up the brain, then a little intellect devourer will hop inside and Jaeger what's left of the body. You recall Ed George's father walking around scalped. That's probably exactly what happened to his dad.
Intellect devourers.
I'm sorry, what?
Well, how many? Or just the one?
Just the one. And I'm quite happy to sit back. Let you guys deal with it. I'm a bat. I can't do much.
You'll notice something else in this moment, Solis. Floating around above the actual prison cells, very strange entities. They look like spirits, but they're covered in like black tendrils that sort of follows them along. They're almost like little stars or balls of spikes that are accompanied by this trail of blackened tendrils that are sort of floating around the room.
Can I make an insight check as to what they are?
You can make me a nature or arcana check if you want to know what they are.
Yeah, both of them. Oh, 12. Oh.
12. Don't know, my friend, don't know.
So I'll relay that back down to the captain. And I will...
Can I make a roll for that then?
If he describes it, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll describe it.
That 20, baby, let's go.
Yeah.
Nat 20, baby! You encountered one while floating around in the astral sea. You encountered one. Actually, just to make it as horrible as possible for you, for your backstory. Oh no, never mind. Yeah, you encountered one while you were traveling through, the deeper, darker parts of the astral plane. You encountered one of these, and later found out that they're known by the larger world as intellect snares. Essentially, they're strange horrors from the far realm that rip at the minds of individuals. Some of those wayward shreds of thoughts conglomerate to form an intellect snare. So essentially, when someone tries to observe the far realm and it destroys their mind, some of those destroyed wayward thoughts will compartmentalize and transform into these creatures that appear as writhing balls of tentacles echoing with a cacophonous sound of every thought the snare has ever consumed. They are scavengers of lost thoughts and scour the aftermath of mind flare attacks to feast on whatever hapless creatures are left behind.
I relay most of that to the crew.
Okay.
Most?
They are not pleasant. Ready your weapons, and if you have magic to protect your minds, I suggest you prepare it.
Captain?
Yes, Solis?
Do you want me to go and scout upstairs?
No, you've seen enough. We need to deal with the threat present right now.
Okay.
I don't want them to... And you may be a bat, but I don't want to risk you when you've already been injured once.
Okay, so I'll stay as a bat, but in a corner where I can see where things are so I can relay that.
Yeah, you fly up to the ceiling and you do what you've always probably wanted to do, find a little place to hook your little feet into and just kind of hang upside down and watch the ceiling. As you all draw your weapons, begin to proceed up the stairs ever so carefully, knowing there are intellect devourers and intellect snares ahead, both creatures dangerous. Yes, Captain Boydley?
As we're going upstairs, I'm going to cast Protection from Evil and Good on myself.
Hey, that's smart. It's a pretty smart move, Cap.
Woohoo.
No,
concentrating.
You walk up with Rhaegar at your side, who says, "Fear not, I will guard you with my life for what you have done."
He takes damage to his heart.
As the crew goes up the stairs with a celestial at their side and more dangers ahead, prepared for whatever's to come next, we will end the session there.
I'll make another.
This had my stomach turning.
Yeah, it's dangerous. These mind flayers. Oh man, I thought of that trap last night. I had prepped different
horrific.
stuff. And then I was like, Well, thank you, because mind flayers are evil, so I was trying to portray evil, so it worked.
Good
Thank
job.
you.
I loved it, but in a bad way.
I loved it in a bad way. And I was like, what would be an awesome mind flare trap? Like, I guess like a trap where like they just catch you and set you up to have your brain eaten. It was inspired. So, as you guys ever see Family Guy?
Yeah, yeah.
You ever
I
seen the
know.
one scene where Peter Griffin like pulls out a book in Quagmire's house and gets like hit by like a paralysis dust, and then like all these robot arms like rip off his clothes and like flip him upside down and spread his legs. That was the original inspiration for that trap.
Oh, okay.
That just threw me off into another loop.
That was the mind flare equivalent of that machine.
That is,
So wrong. I love it.
as traps go, that's gonna be one of the most fucked up traps I've ever seen. Just you know what's happened. Your party members just disappeared, and you go and see them they're just strung up with their brain exposed. That's oh.
I do want to ask, what would have happened if I got caught in the trap?
Yeah, I had that question too.
If you guys got caught in the trap,
Yeah, I mean,
you'd
we
have a
did.
couple. So what? I will let you in on it. Ooh, actually, no, I won't. Ask me next session after you get out of here.
You darn
I mean,
it.
clearly we can be psionically damaged, but we don't have organic brains, so.
You do you? Are you sure?
We
of that?
have organic.
Actually,
well,
I'm not
I
sure.
do.
Are you ever sure of that? You ever been up in there? You ever done an X-ray?
I know I'm made of organic matter because of my internals from that one session.
Yeah,
with
you got a General Grievous situation going on.
Oh no,
Minus-
I do have a brain.
Minus the.
I can start talking like
That's the situation, Captain.
that.
Such a hottie. But all right, gang, I shall see you guys next week.
I did
I'll
have.
see y'all around.
I've got an idea